I even experienced it. And I had to live that word out. The promises of God are yes and amen, but the word also says that your yeses are your yeses and your no's are your no's, which means let your word be truth, let your word be valid, and let your word be your word. And I had to live through that word. I had to understand that word, that God, if you are the creator of heaven and earth, and if you are the one that gave him to me for the season that you gave him to me, then when you want to take him from me, I have to be okay with that. I have to trust the process, even though I may not understand the process. A process is not meant for you to understand in the beginning. A process is meant for you to walk through. I'm going to say it again. A process is not meant for you to fully understand from the beginning. A process is meant for you to walk through, learn it, understand it, and then you will have your aha moment. Then you will say, okay, Master, now I understand why you did what you did. And I remember over and over again, the Lord would tell me through so many different people a passage from Psalms 46:10, and I'm going to read it. It says, surrender your anxiety, be silent and stop your striving, and you will see that I am God. I am the God above all nations, and I will be exalted throughout the whole earth. And I read this from the Passion Translation. But be still and know that I am God. You've heard that verse over and over and over again. Be still and know that I am God. And he continued to wash me with that word over and over again, month after month, day after day, second after second, as it felt daunting, as it felt heavy. And again, I sat on my face and I worshiped. I sat on my face, and many times my tears were my prayer. Many times my worship was my prayer. But I sat in his presence, just like David did when he mourned. He had to sit in the presence of God, not in the presence of others, not in the presence of TV shows, not in the presence of just darkness and void. I had to sit in the presence of God, and I had to say, Lord, you are holy. Lord, there is something that you want to do in my life that is greater than I can ever imagine. And as I went through that season, and I'm going to tell you, I went through counseling. I had an amazing counselor who was a woman of God, and I urge you, and I exalt you to do that. I encourage you, go find a man or a woman of God who can give you wise counsel and be able to steer you in the path that you need to go. And I had to write letters to my late husband saying goodbye, because I didn't have that opportunity, right? From my testimony, my situation was, I'll see you in 10 minutes. You'll be right behind me. I didn't have those moments to say goodbye. Maybe you have, and maybe you haven't either. But I had to write those letters, and I had to say goodbye. And I had to write the letters to God and say, Lord, I don't know why, but I trust you through this season. And the more that I said it, the more that I wrote it, the more that I prayed it, I lived it. And I had to continue to stay faithful. Well, what made it work was my worship. What made me pull through was my prayer. It was my fasting. It was accountability. It was my counsel, and that's what brought me through. And then I realized at one point or another, my children need a father figure. They have a heavenly father, but here on earth, there needs to be someone that could take on the mantle of that priesthood in the home, because I knew that that's what they needed. And I prayed and I said, Lord, maybe when my daughter, and she's the youngest, maybe when she's 18, that's when I'll start having a relationship again. And the Lord used a beautiful pastor to say, it's going to be sooner than that. You just sit tight and you'll see that God will bring you somebody that will be so perfect for you, that will be so what you need, wholesome, and a man of God, and a man who is after my heart, and a man who will be after your heart, Cristina. And that was key for me. And I encourage every single person to know that. Let that person that you allow in your life be a man or a woman that seeks the heart of God before seeking your heart. Because when they seek his heart first, then they will know how to love you. Love, if you have children, love your children, love your family, love your situation, and be able to embrace that love, be able to embrace that situation. And long story short, God brought that amazing person in my life. It was prayed through, it was fasted through. And we took the time to court, and we took the time to say, okay, is this what God wants for our lives? And it was beautiful and it was powerful, and it still is. Now I'm able to sit back and say, man, the Lord was preparing my heart throughout all these years and throughout all these seasons to say, I need you to be positioned in this way. I need you to depend on me in that way, because I am your Jehovah Jireh, your Jehovah Nisi, your Jehovah Shalom, your Jehovah Rapha. I am all of that for you. I can be all of that for you. And I need you to trust that I will be your husband. I need you to trust that I will find that husband that will complement you, that will complement your children, that will complement your ministry, that will complement your family. And God did it, but I had to sit in his presence. I had to be still and know that he is the God of the heavens and the earth and nations he controls. And I had to be still and know that it was well with my soul. Through the pain, through the anguish, now I realize, now I can see why I fasted so hard, why I prayed so hard, why I said the word that I said, because God was setting something up. God still has such an interest for you in your life, for what he wants. You are not alone. You are not forsaken. You are not abandoned. God is just getting started with what he wants to do in your life. Was the season that you had your spouse with an amazing season? Absolutely. It's a season I will never forget. It's a season I will never want to take away. It's a season that I learned. It's a season that I grew. It's a season that showed me how to love in ways that I've never understood. Do I miss him today? Absolutely. Do I love him still? Absolutely. But can God create beauty out of ashes? Absolutely, he can. If he did it with me, he can do it with you. There is nothing impossible for God. There is nothing that God cannot do and repair and restore and mend and allow things to come forth. But you have to go through the process. You have to be willing to say, Lord, if nothing else, I need your presence. If nothing else, I need your glory. If nothing else, I need just to be able to sit and be content with you. And the moment that I said, Lord, I am so content with you, was the moment he said, okay, now I need you to be a little bit uncomfortable, and I need you to open your heart up for something new, for someone new. And I said, okay, Lord, I got to trust you through this, because I don't,
I do hope you've gotten one or two things from this session. This is like a speaker. It's not because she's on TV. Because of time and we have all the speakers here, we want to cut it off. Of course, the video is almost ended. If you want this video, you can have it sent to you, to your email. So you drop your email with the team and it will be sent to you. But hope someone got something from this. Hope you got something from this. There was a video I saw online the other day. The guy went on speaking and speaking, and he now asked his cousin, so what do you think I should do? The boy said, God is God, Sha. God is good. Because he didn't understand the English. All the English his cousin was speaking. So in case the English was too fast for you, someone can help you explain it. Someone that wrote something can share their notes with you. But the essence is, hope you picked something out of this. Because of time, we will quickly take, there's a guest group that wants to do a presentation for us before we take the second video, and our live speakers will also go on. Are we learning? Are we getting empowered? It's such a beautiful experience hearing other people's stories, so that you know that it's not only you. And this widowhood thing, you reach everywhere. Do you understand? So thank you so much for being very attentive. And I also want to beg, whenever the video comes on, please, we want one house. I want to invite Success Daniel Investments. They have a presentation and something special to do for us. They want to talk to us. It's all empowerment. We want to learn how we can be involved in investments. Success Daniel Investments, are you people around? Give me a second. Yes, please, big welcome Success Daniel Investments as they come for their presentation.
Hello, good morning. It's nice to be here. My name is Benga Abuge. I'm from Success Daniel. First off, I want to appreciate the organizers of this event for the opportunity to be here amongst the noble and the honorable people in this country. Okay, very quickly, as I do not have much time, I would like to speak on Success Daniel. Now, Success Daniel was vetted by Mothers Dream Nigeria. I want to believe that some of the mothers here know what Mother's Dream Nigeria is into. We are into cosmetics, and we are for adults, we are for children, and we are for newborn. If you want your children's skin to glow, you want them to be toned a little bit, you want them to look nice, you want them to look presentable. For further details, you can check our handle on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm sure you get details. Then you can also contact us. Now, I want to push that aside because that's basically not why I'm here. I'm here because of Success Daniel Investment that was bettered by Mother's Dream. Now, Success Daniel Investment is here to empower everybody. We want to see how to make lives better. We want to see how to ensure that people do not look up to other people before they can feed. You understand? Circumstances, there are some circumstances that we cannot control in life. But there are ways that we can mitigate such things when they happen. Are we together? All right, so what Success Daniel is all about, we are into three things. We are into e-hailing, which is just like Uber and Bolt. We are into e-commerce, which is like Konga and Jumia, and we are into deliveries. Now, I want to speak to us about the business inside this business, how we can be partners in doing this. And I also want us to know that before we go, we would like also to do a little bit of a raffle draw so that you see what we can also do. Now, for the e-hailing, the e-commerce and the delivery, what we have also done to make you be our partner is that the moment you register for free, you are not paying anything. The moment you register, either online or through our app on Google Play Store or Apple iPhone Store, the moment you register, you will be given a customized referral code. Now, with that referral code, when you give it to people, just to use any of our services, either on the e-hailing side or on the delivery side or on the e-commerce side, you get a certain percentage of whatever transaction the person does. Now, for someone who does who did delivery, like sometimes we do delivery up country for about 600,000, 500,000, a million. If you get that, you know, you get from 3% to 5% of whatever the person pays. Now, imagine that you got that for about 10 times in a month. You will be cashing out about probably 500,000, 1 million, if you do it with the e-hailing. Now, in the comfort of your home, you can post your referral code for people to ride on SD Ride. You know, and people will just ride. And the moment they are riding and paying, you are getting boxed up. It does not cause you any stress. Now, for the e-commerce too, when people shop on our site, just by using your code to register, you also get a certain portion of their payment that comes to you. So I don't know if you want to download it now, because for the giveaway, we'll just do a little giveaway, probably 10,000 for each person or 5,000 for some people. Then we'll also give you free ride. You know, we take your referral code. You have access to free ride on our app. You can download it on Google Play Store or Apple iPhone Store. I do not have much time. My colleague will go around to get your referral code, put it in a bag. Then one of our beautiful people here, you will just come, pick a referral code at random, then we'll pay for somebody's transport fare. You know, probably 5,000. I don't know how much brought you do. So please download. I do not have much time, just 3 minutes more. Google Play Store, Apple iPhone Store, whichever of the phones you are using, please download. Now, do not forget that in the comfort of your home, you can make your wealth. And we are not asking you to pay anything. And also for Mother's Dream, you can also be a distributor. We have major distributors. We have minor distributors. For major distributors, 5 million, 10 million. For minor distributors, with as little as 100, 150, 200, you can be part of it. And Mother's Dream is one of the best in town. It also gives you at least 1,000 naira on each product. Just one product, it gives you at least 1,000 naira. So, basically, we are just here to tell you about the businesses that you can do that can also empower you and make you responsible for the things that you do. You do not have to look up to anybody to do anything. I remember when I was newly out of school and I got married, my job was not so fine. Everything I want to do, I would need to call somebody to help me. And my prayer to God was, God, when will I be able to do my own that people will not need to know? You know, you want to send your children to school, you still need to call, Auntie, I just need 10,000. Please help me. you know. But this business is going to empower you. You don't need to do all of those. In the comfort of your home, you can make your wealth. You will determine what you make per month. It's left to you. The more power you put into it, the more the income that is generated onto you. So I don't know if we have downloaded it. If you have downloaded, please, my colleagues will come around. Let them just write down your referral code. We'll put it in the bag. Then I'll say again. No result. SD ride. SD space ride. Yes. SD space ride. SD space ride. On Google Play Store or Apple iPhone Store, you can download it. Book a ride anywhere you are in Lagos. Then, and I also need to tell you that your security is guaranteed because we are in partnership with the NPF and we are in partnership with another security company. We've heard stories of how drivers and riders are always, yes, SD space ride. How drivers and riders are always at risk. And what we have done is for every of our drivers, we have installed panic buttons in their cars. So whenever there is any issue with anybody and you seem to sense danger, all you need to do is just press the panic button. And for riders, you feel any form of harassment, there is always a phone for you to call. A text message away, a WhatsApp away, and we'll be there. All our cars have trackers. Yes, they are not our cars actually, but every car that is registered on our app has trackers. So wherever you are, we will be there. So you can be guaranteed that you are in good and safe hands. So I'm just waiting for us to download. Let's see how many people we can pay for their transport fare before we leave. I understand that we have a lot of programs. So if we have done that, can I have them? So we just run it. Maybe if I'm given another time, I might just come again. You know, within that time, I'm sure people would have downloaded. Yeah, okay. I think that's beautiful. So let me leave people to download. But before I go, let me just do 2 giveaways. For those who have downloaded now, then I'll come back. Victor, please come. For those who are there already, even if it's just 5, let's do it. No, we will come back. There are a lot of speakers. How many do we have? Okay, none yet. Oh, okay. So let's just go. We'll come back. Once again, I thank the organizers for the ample time given to us. We'll sure be back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Success Daniel Investments. We'll take some time. Before the end of the program, they will ask for who downloaded the app, and you can qualify for the raffle draw. I want to take some time out to say thank you and appreciate some of our sponsors today. The Big Mama, she included Wema Bank, Creative Concept, Healthy O'Clock, CWWE, NAS, Cares Media, The Dover Hotels, where we are right now, Lasgidi, 90.1 FM, UP PLC, Institute of Counselling in Nigeria, and 3 Crowns. Thank you so much for coming on board and supporting this event this year. It's still the YOWEEF 2021, and the theme is Young Widows Empowerment. We have the second video from our speaker abroad. Because of time and the length of the videos, we will take part of it just so that you hear a bit of it. And if you want to hear the rest, you ask for the video. Is that all right by us? So that our other speakers will speak. Media, please. The second speaker already made her introduction, so we're waiting for the video. Media.
No, I know the value of.
Hello, I am so very honored to be here with you today to share my story of restoration and hope. It is amazing to me how God brings us all together. And here we are across the globe. Last year sometime, Diane contacted Modern Widows Club and I had the pleasure of responding to her to give her information about our organization. And we were right away. She was so warm and beautiful in her spirit. I have enjoyed all of our conversations with each other. And so here we are today, again, across the globe. And it's just amazing to me how we can reach out to one another and speak into each other's lives, no matter where we are. So thank you again for having me today. I'm sorry, I have a cough that I've been sick, and so I may cough every once in a while, so you'll have to just bear with me on that. I think that you all are so blessed to have Diane as your founder and leader of WiCare. And I know that all of you are what we call fresh widows, that you are here because you are looking for ways to find hope, to lean into life, and to build resilience so that you can thrive rather than just survive. That is our mission statement at Modern Widows Club, and I believe that that is what all of us truly desire, to live a thriving life in spite of our circumstances. So, no one here wants to be in this position. This is the club that no one wants to join. And yet here we are. And so we have choices to make every day in how we are going to live this journey. And so I'd like to share with you my story and my journey. It's maybe a little longer than just my widow journey. I actually, to find out really who I am and how I came to this place in my life, I'll tell you that I was born to a mother who was 16. My father was 24. I was born on the eve of their first wedding anniversary, and I'm sure that they had no idea of the challenges that they would face after I was born. I was born with a birth defect that is called a cleft lip and a cleft palate. It required many surgeries. My father was in the military, and so my mother was left with her family to take care of me, finish school, and all of those things. But my mom was such a strong woman, and she had such an incredible faith in God, and she instilled that in me from a very, very young age. But because of those things, my father also being in the military, we moved around quite a lot. And every time we moved, I would have to be in a new school with new children. And I don't know how it is where you are, but I know how it was when I was a child, that because I was the new kid and I had a scar on my face, I was made fun of everywhere I went. So I was terribly, terribly shy. And it also caused a lot of fear because I was just so afraid of what people would do. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of what people would think, that they would call me names, that I would get hurt. I was so careful and so cautious not to get hurt. I would never try anything new because I might get hurt. I might fall. I might, get bumped, whatever it was, because I'd had enough surgeries. I was, deathly afraid of pain as well. And so that was the person that I was, a scared, very shy, painfully shy young girl. And no one would ever believe that I would be standing in front of a crowd, whether it be on a stage or in front of you here today on this screen. But And in fact, when I was in junior high, I had to take a speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm noticing that this woman is speaking and then there is another meeting going on here. It doesn't actually make sense that we have a supposed speaker and we're not listening. So I'm going to use my veto power as the holder of this mic to say that we would send this audio. The truth is, you might just think she's one white woman talking somewhere. Your message, your empowerment here might just lie in what she's saying. So I would say if you need this session, you would ask the team and they will give you the video. Is that all right? And please, I also want to ask whether the person is speaking on the screen or here. We did not come all the way to just come and have conversations with ourselves and go home. We can do that on WhatsApp. Today is a conference. We're here to learn and be empowered. And every speaker matters. I'm speaking like a madam now. Sorry, please, but I needed to do that. All right, I'll come down from that place. Thank you so much for obliging me. I want to go on and call on WEMA Bank for their short presentation. And after that, our next speaker will come on. Don't forget, we still have panelists. All your questions, are you writing them down? All those questions, even the one you used to ask God. Our speakers today are the representatives of God, and they will answer it. So write down your questions. When it's time, you will ask them. But right now, I want to call on the representatives from WEMA Bank to speak to us. Please pay attention. Put your hands together for them.
Thank you, Ma. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Ololade Adekunle. I represent WEMA Bank, the SME team. And I'm here to talk you through all our product offerings. I hope you can hear me. Okay, thank you. So I want to talk about what we offer at WEMA Bank. First, I would love that after this session, you go outside to register and open an alert account. We have business loans, several, because I was told that most of us here are entrepreneurs. So we have our businesses, and at WEMA Bank, we're very keen about helping these businesses to grow from the scratch, like from the micro, and go through. We don't just want you to survive, but we want you to thrive. And so we have detailed and specific tailor-made loans to our businesses, especially for women. So we offer a single-digit loan for women at 9%. We also have the HMO, the Sarah Health Plan. And those are the benefits of being a woman on the WEMA platform. So if, for instance, you have the WEMA account, automatically you belong to the Sarah Women. And there you have the HMO. So it offers an array of, from your malaria treatment to your minor or even sometimes the major operations. All of that is covered. And it's a work in progress also to also have your children on board on that HMO. So I'll talk about the prices. For monthly, you only have to pay 1,600, 4,600 quarterly, about 16,000 yearly, and you enjoy a whole. There are a lot of hospitals under it. It is very essential because we actually know that so many women struggle. There are some times that we don't even expect that we fall sick or some things beyond us. And in our own way, in our own little way of showing support to women, we know that sometimes maybe it's even going to give birth, your cesarean section and all of that, and other complications that women encounter. So it's always good because health is wealth. If you don't have a good health, you can't actually be there to support your family and your kids. So it's very essential for us, and we thought about it that let us do this. And so we partnered, and then we have the HMO plan. So if you want to know more about it, my colleagues are out there to tell you more about it. So I want to talk about our loan product. We have the business support facility. This is for women and traders when you do your daily trading, for as long as it's a trading business. It's at a very good rate. You can take your loan for about a year. And we have for the pharmacists too. I don't know if there are any pharmacists around us that are trading pharmacists. We have a detailed, a specific tailor-made loan to the pharmacist as well. We have for the proprietors and the school owners here as well, we have something for you. We have a school support facility, and the rates are very, very low. And then we have our advisory decks when we talk about, so presently we're actually having our maiden edition of our SME Business School. It's the first of its kind in the industry. It's been going on since Monday, and today is the final day. So we called for entry, and a lot of people showed interest, and we're actually training about 60 people now. And we have facilitators from both locally and internationally in conjunction with Frankfurt Business School. There we are able to train these businesses on how to grow their business, what they need to know about taxes, what they need to know about how to access capital, all they need to know about planning their businesses, and how to separate their business from their personal life, which is one of the major things that we notice that SMEs, especially sole proprietors, encounter in their journey through business. So we're able to train them and let them know what they have to. So we had facilitators from both internationally and locally. And today is actually the final day of that program. And everybody here can also be opportuned to join subsequently, because we'll be running this program at least twice a year. We also have a one-on-one clinic at SME. So what that means is that, because like now, I just spoke about the healthcare, the same way you go to your doctors for diagnosis and all of that, that's the same way a business can also come to us when we have our SME clinic. So you talk about your business and what challenges you're going through, and then we're able to provide solutions to you and help you walk through what you need to do to actually thrive, because it is we're here with you all the way. So we will make sure that we help you, even if it is finance, access to market. We have an array of products. We are even helping these SMEs advertise. So if you're a customer, we help you advertise. We know that, okay, this is what you're struggling with. Maybe a lot of people, so many people are doing businesses here that so many people don't know about. So we help you push it out. We help you advertise on our platform as well, so that you can have enough, because for as long as you're happy, we're also happy with you. We also have our quarterly webinars. That one goes on online. So we send you the link, and then you join the webinars. We actually partner with a lot. Like we had a webinar on tax was it May? Yes, in May we had a webinar on tax, and a lot of people asked so many questions, because so many of us don't know so much about how to pay our taxes and to avoid being locked up or how. So evasion of tax is a crime, but there are ways to avoid or reduce the amount of taxes you pay. So from that point of view, we decided to actually throw a webinar out there so that people can actually know what they are expected to do and how to pay the minimum amount possible. So I want to talk about starting a business. I know everybody has a business, one or that we do here. And it's not only about, I just want to do the business because that's how I put food on my table. We are not just here to tell you that it's about putting food on your table. The Dangote of today started from somewhere. Even the billionaires of today, they started from somewhere. Because it's not going well does not mean that's the end of the journey. So, you know, you have to seek knowledge. Knowledge is power. What you know is what you can like the Yorubas, I don't know if, pardon me, they'll say, which means that it is what you know. That is what you can use to, like, say, brag and be, you know, be big. So I also like to tell you that you have to learn from the experts, the people that have been there. Get mentors, get people, learn from how they've done the ropes. They also failed. They also had to try before they understood how to go about it. So don't say, oh, I have a business idea and I can do it all by myself. If you need to talk to us, we're there. That's why we have the SME Business Clinic. We have the webinars. We have a lot of things to help you understand your business. And we also organize skills acquisition so that you can also learn one or two things. So if you are interested, please open an account with us and let us walk you through on how to thrive in your business. So your startup costs. Yes, I know people struggle with how do I get the funds to start up a business. We won't promise you that we'll just give you money, but because we want you to have that discipline to say that, yes, we are sure that when we invest into you, you're going to come out smiling, and it's going to be the benefit for you and as well as the bank. So we encourage that if you can get money from your friends, your family, even your own savings, and in so doing, so this Alert app I talked about initially, that's like our digital bank. You can save on it. We have the Alert goals. It's like your Ajo, your Osusu, and all of that. So it helps you to discipline yourself. You can just put a program there that every month takes so and so amount and save for me. It's not about, so in your Ajo, you save your money. Even the person that is collecting the Ajo will take maybe the first one or something. But this time around, when you're putting your money aside, you're earning interest on that money that you're putting aside. And it helps you to be strict, because probably in your Ajo, you can tell the person that, Moga, I need my money today. Give me my money, and probably you pay. But this time around, because you know that you're going to lose or a particular interest, you won't want to go there to just go and pick up the money. So we have channeled it to ensure that it is of a very good benefit to you. If you want to know more, my colleagues are out there to talk to you and walk you through all that we offer. So don't live beyond your means. You should learn to cut your coat according to your cloth. What I mean here is that I know that we all want to look good, we all want to, but for now, let us look at the immediate thing we can do with our money. If that money that you use in buying things that you necessarily don't need, you can use it to grow your business. Why don't you reinvest, put it in your capital, and let your business grow? Because at the end of the day, by the time the business has boomed and it's all glowing and bloom, everybody knows about it, you have more than enough to spend. Because your children, you have a lot to do to them. So I also want to talk about, we also help in training how people put their business on social media, because we are now at that world now that everything is going online. If you want to even do your business, you probably a WhatsApp picture, you send it to someone, the person replies. So we have all of that. And we'll teach you on how to put your business out there, and how to get tractions, how to get a lot of customers from near and far, so they can help you and you grow your business. So I've spoken about our loans to women. It's at 9%. It's a single-digit loan, and you can qualify. All you need to do is open an account, run the account. If we see that you're doing transactions on that account, yes, we'll pull you out and we'll give you that loan. And I know that it's going to help your businesses. So if you have any other question, we'll be out there opening accounts and giving you all the spinets you need to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Wema Bank. All the billionaires, not be from Malto. Now, like this, they start. So go and consult for free for now. Thank you so much. Well, before we continue, can you please pull out your phones? If you are not yet following WiCare on Instagram, you are on a long thing. Please pull out your phones. Look for WiCare Young Widows Support. You know how to spell it now. It's your own. WiCareYO. Should I continue spelling? WiCare Young Widows Support. You need to follow us right now. Where are you? We are seeing the names. We are writing the names of newest followers. You know, I said I came with gifts. This is my gift. It's still in traffic. But shall trust me. All the old followers, terms and conditions apply. We need new followers. You can invite people to follow, and they will receive on your behalf. Have you followed? Yeah, sure. You see, teachers love people that interact in class. I'm writing the names of people. I know the people that I will promote today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call up our next speaker. This man, I have known him from afar, and I respect him. By the way, before we continue, is this worth it, or is it worth it? Is it worth it, or is it worth it? Is your time here useful or not? Are you being empowered? Because that's it. If you live here unempowered, that means you just came here to waste time. And remember, we said there are many ways we can be empowered. Just after this next speaker, we will have a little break. We will have a little break, and we will go out there. Counseling sessions will be available for anyone that needs someone to talk to. Before our next speaker comes up, I want to introduce the organizing committee of today's event, led by the chairperson, Iheanyi Ejiogu, to come and do a little bit of a presentation. Put your hands together for the organizers.
I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Good afternoon, winning women. Special guest, invited guest speaker. It's a beautiful day for us here today, and I'm super excited. Like I promised, some of us said it's going to be worth it, and I'm sure that's why you are enjoying yourself. Yes, we want to have a brief presentation. Before you all here, we have the planning committee. These are the wonderful women who have put this program, together for this day. So please kindly appreciate them. And also, briefly, we would like to invite our sister Diane. Diane, please step forward. Please step forward briefly. Yes, Diane, this is us saying thank you so much for everything you've been to us. Thank you for putting smiles on thousands of women's faces. Thank you for everything. We really cannot, say how much we love you. And this is just a token from us to you. We want you to accept it with all joy. And we pray that WiCare will continue to move forward. WiCare will continue to progress, and next to YOWEEF, he might be a destination one, so I want to tell you not to miss next to YOWEEF, so watch out. So on behalf of the planning committee and all the wonderful women here, we have this beautiful and token gift for you.
Thank you so much. Not expected. This is an ambush, but I think it's a good one. Thank you. And I particularly love this picture because I'm wearing a WiCare t-shirt. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, picture time. All right, Diane, you're a strong person. You're holding those tears in. We have tissue available for you. All right, thank you so much, ladies. That was such a beautiful moment. We want to take one more speaker before we go on the break for today. Like I was saying, this speaker, I have known him from a distance and I've followed him. And one of the things he does is that he's such a happy person. Some of his rap videos, I watch it and it gives me life. He likes to rap in the Holy Ghost. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Pastor Iheanyi Ejiogu, who's a leading relationship and life coach. He's a peak performance and personal effectiveness coach. He's a celebrated author. I need him to stand while I introduce. Come and stand here. No, sir. Come and be in the middle as I'm reading your CV. He as you'll be clapping now. He's a conference speaker, corporate trainer, thought leader, and pastor. He's trained countless individuals and organizations, ranging from banks, schools, to oil and gas and multinationals. He's an internationally certified life coach and NLP practitioner with almost 2 decades of experience. Happily married with kids, and with 2 lovely children. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Iheanyi Ejiogu. I like to do this kind of thing to you.
Thank you so much for having me. So before we start, so since he says I like to rap, since he said I like to rap, so we'll just do a freestyle. Rap is not from hell. Rap is rhythmically applied poetry. That's actually what the word means. It's not youth violence. It's none of those things. Solomon wrote in rap. David read Psalms. read Proverbs, read Ecclesiastes. They're all rap verses. All right, so I'll try to look for a very spiritual one, but if I can't find any. What's my name? You all know H-E-A-D. My name is the head. Don't ask me. It's what God said. People ask me, why am I so lyrically inclined? Look at me. I don't even have to try to shine. I was born to shine. That's why I know my rhymes are divine. No matter what you say, I'm going to still be spitting my rhymes. From Mushin, Surulere, Apapa, VI. Now you know why my boys, they call me PI. I'm holy, and I'm going to stay that way solely. I'm not going to stay in part. I'm going to stay holy. There, look, them whack MCs, they're on the run. I put my clutch down, get one, I'm gone. All I'm trying to do is make some platinum hits. But in the meantime, y'all can bounce to some Holy Ghost bits. Because it ain't about the cars or the ice or the blings. I'm giving all the glory to the King of Kings. Yay, yay. But you know, since people are not rappers, people are mothers. You know, I just try to quote it like a memory verse. If it was a more aggressive, we'll be jumping down, climbing on tables and all of that. But before I start, I'm with my lovely wife, my better half. You know, my own coach, my own coach. You can put it down and let them see your hot face now. Put it down now. Please, can you put your hands together for my wife, Uju Ejiogu. So she's my number one fan. She's my clothing consultant. If you leave me by myself, I would dress as if I'm 90 years. But with her, you know, I have some energy going. All right. So before we start, I want you to go to 10 other women and elbow and give them, are we allowed to give high five? You know, we're following COVID protocol. I want you to go to 10 women and congratulate them that from today you're getting ready to go to the top. Go to 10 women. Get up from your table. Go to 10 women. I want this place to get busy. Walk around a bit. I am watching. I'm looking at the people at the back. If they don't get up, anybody that doesn't get up, go and hug them. Hug them well. Anybody that is not standing up, hug all of them. Go to another 10. Madam, you did only 2. I'm watching you. I say 10 people, 20. Go to all of them. It's a great day to be alive. Give somebody a high five. Say you are looking good today. They did not see you coming. They did not know that you are coming. Greet them well. Yes, hug those that need to be hugged. You know, if somebody did not respond well, hug the person and squeeze them tight. Squeeze them tight. Okay, so how many did you greet? How many people did you greet, man? 10. 10. How many did you greet? More than 10. Okay. Okay. You see, that's the thing about, you see, it's okay to do that. There was one more. Okay, wait, hold on. Hello. We have not finished. There's one more greet. That's why I was saying hold on. You see, this is how people fail jam. It was I had not finished the instruction and everybody just ran. Hold on. So the title of what I've titled this session is Glamour Zone. Glamour Zone is a mixture of glamour and Amazon. And anybody sitting on your left and on your right now is a glamour zone. So I want you to go to 2 or 3 people and just say, hi, glamour zone. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Hey, glamour zone. Hey, glamour zone. How are you doing? High five them. Give them a high five. How you all doing? I see you. I see you, glamour zone. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you, glamour zone. I'm not a glamour zone, no. I see you, glamour zone. I see you. I see you. Yep. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next maybe 30, 40 minutes. If someone needs to hear that again, just whisper to them. Say you know you're a glamour zone. Say you know, Sha, that you're a glamour zone. All right. So the word glamour zone I'll give us 10 seconds to get back into the session. Wow. Sorry. Hello. All right. Please, can I ask that? Please. Hello, my blessing. Please, can I ask that? Let's hold on that for now. Let's just hold on. Let this 30, 40 minutes. See, don't lose sight of why you are here. It's easy to get caught up. Don't lose sight. If you are not better, something is fundamentally wrong. It's a glamour's on their wings. So we can't, I've told, see, even those people out there, they need these sessions right now. Because we are getting to the meat of the matter. Handouts are only as good as the sincerity of the heart receiving it. You are not in that category at all. At all. Everybody I see here. I mean, this looks like a Benjin Women's International Conference. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't see any disadvantage in this room at all. Not one. I can't see it. And so let's act right. You can't dress like a suspect and expect to be treated like a prospect. So if we're all dressing like prospects, let's get the information necessary. Please don't lose sight of it. One of the things that people get caught up in is activity. You know, you are constantly doing something, not making progress. Progress is not by what you are doing, it's what you are becoming. So you can't get caught up in all of that. I expect by now, everybody has their writing materials. Those plates of food are kept down. Let's focus for the next 40 minutes. We'll get back to chow later. So I will wait for 10 seconds for everybody to put down their chow. And let's focus with our writing materials. Let's learn a bit. All right. Am I still your friend? All righty. All right, so the word glamazon comes from two words, glamour and Amazon. Glamour is where class meets intelligence. Where classy meets intelligence. If there is nothing we have seen here today, is that women know how to have a good time if you let them. So your class, your intelligence are necessary components for your life. I am hoping that we are paying attention on that table. Please help us. I mean, we didn't leave all. I had 1,001 things I could have done to be here. Let's never lose sight of purpose. All right. You know, class and intelligence. It means that because you're intelligent does not mean you should look tattered and embarrassed. Because you are classy doesn't mean that's all there should be about you. Gone are those days that a woman is referred to only because of her looks. If that is all there is to you, your value is the way it's going. It's unbelievable. If the only thing people see about you is your body, something is wrong. That's not even your bargaining chip. You didn't do anything to be a woman. That's how you were born. So how you come alive, and then that's all you are focused about. Your face, your hips, that is so epipheral, so basic. There's so much more in here. The way women are winning in this world, I'm expecting that by next year, everybody here is winning. And then we are bringing the people that we have won. Our conversations must be forward and upward, consistently. Life thinks it puts you on a disadvantage. But guess what? It forgot that you're a glamour zone. Whatever happened has happened. So we've gotten part, we are here now. We need to begin to equip ourselves for the seasons ahead of us. We can't be telling stories to our children. We can't. We can't even be doing pity party. See, one of the dangerous things we do, consciously or otherwise, I hope I have the time to get into it, is in our bid to detox, we say things that we don't truly mean to our children about the people that they have lost, their fathers they've lost. And we give them a wrong impression of how they were brought up. Oh, he never gave me money. Oh. All these people are this. He never, there are things we do, and it's our own coping mechanisms. It was our own way to say we're not idle or we're not docile in their lives. Now, you see the way the hall has gone quiet. Because now we're coming to real issues. Because tomorrow you expect the child to be excited. You want the child to have good memories. But you don't know that you've said things. You've already pre-programmed them in certain ways. Right now you have the duty of being he and she to them. So you cannot only table your emotions. You must table nurturing. You must table discipline. You can't only table, unfortunately, we don't have the luxury. And that's why I remember somebody here said, I think someone earlier said, get role models for them, get male figures for them. There is a need for that balance. There is a need. It could be a friend of the family. It could be someone that the boys go to, but someone that helps them stay in check. So, before I get back to this, tell one person you are a glamour zone. All right. So, pressures do two things to us. Pressures do two things. It crushes us or catapults us. Please write it down. Pressure does two things to us. It crushes us or catapults us. I'm going to get into that conversation. Pressure is what has happened to us or where you currently are. And today we have come to celebrate where you are. We've not come to pity party. We've not come to pity party. We have come to take advantage of this new season that we find ourselves. Like toothpaste, the only way the paste will come out is if you press it. So two things happen when we're under pressure. Either the pressure crushes us and we change and we become victims. So everybody that says, how are you? You think it's an opportunity to sell how weak you are. I'm not referring to you now, but what's your name? So if I say, it's not this Grace, right? Someone that doesn't know better. Grace, how are you? I thought you would never ask. Come and sit down and let me tell you how life has given me. And then somebody else asks and she says the same thing. Somebody else asks. Guess what? 1 year later, she says nobody wants to help me. You know what happened? You've sold yourself as a victim. And nobody celebrates victims. Nobody celebrates a victim. Success has family members he does not know. Failure is an orphan. Even the people that gave birth to failure deny him. So you can't allow this situation crush you. Somebody say, God forbid. It's not going to crush you. It's like toothpaste. It's going to bring out the real you. When you press it, have you noticed that toothpaste rarely, nearly, never finishes? Even when it has finished. You will see something again. If you bend it, if you bend it sideways and press, another level of harvest. If you now cut it open and put it, another level. If you now, God forbid it, if you now put small water. My point is, there's so much in you that life does not even know what to do with you. So number one, there's that crushing feeling. What do I do? How do I cope? How do I, But there is the catapult effect. That because this thing thought it was going to kill me, I'm going to turn this thing for my good. I'm going to use this. Somebody asked the question, maybe during the panel session we'll get to that. Someone said, how do I begin? You see, we begin from the beginning. What is currently going on? Nothing. What do I need to do? Something. It's those some things we will discuss. So though life has tried to crush us, we will use life to catapult us. It means that there are certain things you didn't plan for. In these parts of the world, it's very easy to become comfortable as a housewife. Not because you want to, but somehow you just notice that he's vexing that you want to walk to like him. He's angry. Come on, who will not stay with the children? But somehow, and then when that happens, you are left with absolutely nothing. Nothing. Sometimes you are the mercy if you are from the part of if you are from where I am from. I'm from Imo State. Holla, 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 holla. Right? If you're from where I'm from and you do not have reverential love and covering of God, it's not hard though. They will just move in, you move out into the guest room, they move into the master bedroom, tell you what they will eat for breakfast. There's no argument. You will just be subjugated. It sounds really outlandish that in this time and age in history, it is unfortunately this is our culture. I'm not saying it's best practice, so please, nobody should get me wrong. My point is, I am talking to glamour zones. Glamour zones have a plan. Say, I have a plan. You don't just wait on life to happen to you. If it has happened, today is the beginning of the best days of your life. For from today, it only gets better. Somebody needs to say to himself or to herself, it only gets better from today. You need to be clear about this. Write it down somewhere. I win. I'm a glamour zone. I have what it takes to win. I've seen people that just never recovered from that crushing season. So never get to the point of being catapulted to anything. After a few years, they pack up, they move to the village. And it goes from bad to worse. After that, they disappear into oblivion. Nobody ever hear of them till they die. And this is the unfortunate reality if we don't begin to re-strategize. There is something that everyone can do. I don't know what to do. He should just do everything. He's the one that calls NEPA. He's the one that does Gen. He's the one that did servicing of the car. He's the one that pays school fees. He's the one that paid rent. He's the one that did. Then I thought I was being spoilt. Now I know that he did everything. I don't know how to do anything. Because there are other skill sets in marriage and family life that both parties must learn how to do. There's some people you see and they just become 2 years after their spouse dies because they couldn't do anything and did not know. If he's out of the country, he's out of Lagos, and Bob goes up, they will call him where he is and say the Bob has gone off, that he will do like this from where he is. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Now, we now have to fold our sleeves and get to work. Because nobody's going to do it for you. Everybody can do something. Oh, I didn't know how you should do. Every month he will just come and give me money. Every month he just comes and gives me money. He will just say, I pay the bills. This one pay for oil. This one pay for. Now you have to make that money. You can't become a pity case. What we see most of the time is people begin to live on handouts. So you can do something. There is a higher you inside of you. There is something deeper at work. The reason why I want to spend some time here is you might not be able to do engineering things like he could. You might not be able to do big buildings or whatever he did then. But that thing you know how to do. If you would focus on it properly. I've said this before. By the grace of God, I'm a very scattered person. And that's the organized one in two of us. There's a way if you come to the house, there's a way you know how you turn yam to chips with egg? if you came to visit only me, you will drink water, you will drink Coke, and then I'll give you granite. After that, I send you on your way. But she has a rare skill of turning yam to yamarita. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You know, it's not only how, it's how all of you are. If you give a woman home, but house, and give her correct money, you will see home. Do you understand? If you give her a Raz boy that has, say, just bring small money, I will change your socks, change your. After a while, you see the guy forming yoppy because the woman has upgraded him. Right now, from today, whatever, please put your hand up like this. Whatever is in your hand, you will turn it to a winning skill for yourself. Somebody will now say, oh, somebody came to us and said, I don't need money, like 10 million. Let me just use to start some. I was serious. So if I just have 10 million now, I will just, I say, So if I had 10 million now, I will give it to you. And then you will get up and go. And carry the 10 million and go. And then me, I will not be sitting down. And be looking. Somebody say, just like that, you say thank you and go. That's not going to happen. You hear things like, oh, I will pay for one of their school fees. Most times, it will be turned into monetary. They'll say, oh, I will pay for his school, I'll pay for his jam. Meanwhile, you know that if it was 20K, you know that you will pay for jam and still have small coins. So what we need to start focusing is, what can you do? Please ask your neighbor, what can you do? I don't mean English. What can you do? Because there's English, there's the English of, what can you do? I'm a fashionista. What does fashionista mean? Tailor, fashion designer. I'm a fashionista. My sister, if alerts are not coming in, you just like to dress up. That's all you're doing. If that thing is not turning into alerts, whatever you do, you're selling oil. I found out that there's some girl on Instagram that does honey in Enugu. And she brings it to Lagos and resells in bottles. A gallon of honey, 37K. How much was that thing again? How much was it? That's one amount. Then when you bring it back, you get 50 or 70 bottles at 1K. I couldn't even believe why nobody was doing it. I couldn't even understand. As I saw it, I say, there's something here. You put 37K, you make 40K on top. Do it 10 times in a month, ladies and gentlemen. You know the original, Abi. I'm just saying the fake I saw was profitable. So how much more the original? You see, it's women that know all these things. When I eat food like this, I'm eating. My wife will just stop. There's no salt in. I say, thou speakest. Just eat. It means that you have a higher ability to sense things. A mother knows when a child is sick, weeks or days before the father will ever know. Sometimes the child is started recovering when the father will say, it's as if Junior will be everyone kind. Well done. Thank God we didn't wait on you for Junior's health. But you must be able to do something, no matter how small. I see people who have more data than they have a business. Let me ask all of us now. No pun intended. How many of you spend 2K on data in a month? No, just keep your hand up. Just wave to me. You spend more than 2K a month on data. Somebody say, what's 2K? Okay, let's upgrade it a bit. You spend 4K in a month on data. Let me see your hand up. More than again. This is full Glamazon Association. You people are bigger than this meeting. How many of you spend more than 5K? More than. Jesus is Lord. Okay, your hand is up. How much do you spend? You spend 8,000 naira on data. 8K. 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 8K, I'll be around across board. So let's multiply that by 10 months. Let's multiply that by 10 months. How much is that? That's 80K, Abi. 1 year will be 96K. Abi? 96,000 naira. If you think about what you can do with 96,000 naira in terms of business, it will shock you. That's minus your look, so that's minus your hair. That's minus your kids. Once in a while you see a canvas and you just see your son wearing it. So it doesn't matter how much you say, Junior, this is for you. And you will break the bank and carry it and go and give him and say your mother bought it for you. If you think about how much money truly comes to your hand versus how much money you are strategically engaging, you will know that what we are dealing with is not the devil. It's a sense of discipline and character. It's not the devil. If you think of how much money some of us even spend on fuel, and we find that those journeys were never transactional. You know, there's a way I'm feeling today. Let me go and see Kate. Enter car. And you drive, go to Kate's place. You and Kate will go and see Chichi. You and Chichi will go and see Lizzie. You and Lizzie will go and see Kemi. By the time you come back, you've done 10K on fuel. Minus little coke here, little, oh, I don't like this, give me Feruz. You know, you've spent. So when you think about it truly, who is to blame? Society, religion, or our character and discipline? I want you to say it by yourself so that, you know, I'm just, so I want you to say it for me. Who is, though, truly, who is to blame? Is it the church? Eh? Is it?
If you just try and use the simple music it might just become so easy. Come on. Do, re, mi, fa.
Have we not eaten? Because I can see that some people are still eating, so we have energy, right? Good afternoon, everyone. At the back, I'm not hearing. By the time I start giving out my gifts, don't say I was answering you and you did not call me. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebony from 3 Crowns, as you can see. So we have our 3 Crowns logo here. And it's a puzzle game. So when I say, healthy mom, what do you answer? If you have been taking 3 crowns, you know the answer. No? Happy family. Healthy mom, happy family. Because if the mom is healthy, what do you expect? The family will be happy. If the mom is down, will the family be happy? Never. That's why we are strong women, right?
One house, please. One house, please.
So are we ready for 3 crowns?
They don't sound ready. Me, I'm ready for you.
Are we ready for 3 crowns? The answer is 3 crowns. So not yes. Healthy moms. Please, a round of applause for her. You can come out, please. I need a team of 2. But it's going to be according to the way you answer me. Yes. Healthy moms. Please, out, please. So she's your partner. A round of applause for her, please. Healthy moms. Alaja, come out. Healthy moms. Wow. You can join Alaja. A round of applause for them, please. So you and Alaja is a team. This way, please. Thank you very much. So now you've seen the logo. Have you studied it? Have you studied it? Because I'm bringing it down soon. At the count of 3, I'll bring it down. 1, 2, 3. Which is 3. Thank you very much. So you can bring it down. Yes. So the game they are going to play is called Fastest and the Best. Okay? I want to see the team that will win. The team that will arrange the logo the way it was before it was dismantled. Are we all ready for them? And you also need to cheer them up. So as you are cheering, I'm seeing, I'm giving out gifts. So if you want my gift, You need to cheer well. Yes. After this game, we are going to dance. Because I can see some fine women with some fine steps as they were marching in. We are strong women, right? We are broken but not crushed, right? A round of applause for yourself. Thank you. All right. He arranged it for you. I saw him the way he's arranging it, but me, I'm going to scatter it. Yes, so I'm going to scatter it. Yes, shuffle it. Thank you. I can see she's set for the game. She has done away with Sisi. She's now young lady, Abby. All right, are we all ready for them? Please face your fellow women. By the time you hear 3 crowns, that's when you start. Okay? 1. For answering 2, please come and take. Onyema, I need a dumbbell, please. Is Onyema close? I need a dumbbell here, please. Thank you very much. A round of applause for her. I've told you. Your mouth is your ticket, too. Yes. 1, 3. Thank you very much. Are we happy? 1, 3. You can start. Please cheer them up. Oh. I'm going to count from 1 to 10.
Go, go, go.
1, 2, 3.
Go, 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 go. Remember the fastest.
4.
Somebody should be holding what you're putting on the board. The next person. Are you helping them? Okay. 5.
Hello. No expo. No expo. 6. No expo. 7. Hello. This is Expo. I'm going to disqualify the team. 8. If you know you can do it, start warming up. Oh. Start warming up. Oh. 9. Going. 10. Stop. Alaja, what happened? Stop! Stop! Just leave it. Did anybody win? Were they close? Who can do it well? Please go back to your seats. Go back to your seats. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. If you know you can do it, I need a pair of tutu. 2 sets. Out now. Out. Out. She's out. We have 4 already. Thank you very much. Yes, with you now. Both of you are a team. Both of you team. Please, this way. This way, please. So we are going again. The extension, Abi. The extension. So they should calm down. Mommy, calm down. Calm down. Mommy, calm down. Calm down. Or you want to shake your body before you continue? Are you ready for them? Okay. He even tried. He brought another logo for you to see. Eh? Onyema, I don't understand though. I don't understand. All right. Face this way, please. 1, 3. Oh yeah, let's go. At the count of 10. 1. Share them up, please. 2. 4. Sorry? You want to help them to hold it again? Yeah. Now, wow. The thing is falling. Don't worry, they will get there. 4. 5. Go, mommies. Go, mommies. Go, mommies. Wow. Go, mommies. 5. Go, mommies. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. A round of applause for them, please. They are done. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you can take a picture with it. Thank you. Their gift, please. It's complete. It's complete, madam. How do you mean it's not complete? But it was set before we dismantled. Which space again? Onyema, they said it's not complete. Count it. Is it up to 16? If the boards are up to 16, it's complete. Please count it. So it won't feel as if we cheated them, right? We arranged before it was dismantled, right? Come and see. The crown is 3, but 2 boards. Come and see. These are the 2 that carries the 3 crowns. It's just 2 boards that carries the 3 crowns. Do you understand? So it's not 3 boards. 2 boards carries the 3 crowns. Thank you. Thank you very much. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. So next set, if you know you can dance very well, I need 3 mummies. If you participated on this game, you cannot participate again. Yes. Okay, mommy, come out. Out. DJ, are you ready? We are coming for you, DJ. So if you know the music, they can dance to very well. That is what we are going for. So we have 3 mummies, right? All right, mommy, your name. Wonderful. From where? Okay, there's no problem. Your name, please.
My name is Biola Ude.
A round of applause for her. And you?
My name is Biu.
My name is Ifunaya.
A round of applause for her.
Francisca.
Okay.
Amadeze.
All right. So we have 4 of them. They are going to compete in a dancing competition. All right. We are looking for the best dancer. Yeah, the best dancer. So DJ, are we ready? Okay. Mama, you remove your shoe. Wonderful. Auntie, you want to remove? Please do. If you know you are not comfortable with your shoes, please do. Wow. Our gown is in trouble. Sorry. Okay. Are we set? All right, hit me, please. You want local or international? Local. Hope you are not all Igbo here. Are you all Igbos? You are all Igbos, the 4 of you. No, now. Mbano now. We'll put Yoruba, then we'll put Hausa. It's okay. All right, DJ, if you're ready, please. They are ready. Okay. Who is sharing them, please?
As time they go, no remote to pass. As we dey wire the house, I try to dey cross my nose. But when you reach kind heart you get, then they beat mama for house, you pay 1 year for hotel. Mom see we sell a rapper, bail you for sell. No be to be a biggie boy, you share you get the sense. Use your head before them go use them for you. If you broke, you will know that no one loves you. That is my little advice for you. Give to my lady before you give her down to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mommy, thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Did they dance very well? They did not dance very well. So we should change them. God bless you. The music is not sweet. Then try. Then try. Then dance. Make them change another music. Make them put the same music. Make you dance now. Okay. DJ, please play another music. They say this one no sweet. So we want to see the one way sweet. No, Yoruba, oh, Yoruba. All of them be Igbo and they don't dance the Igbo well. You see the problem? You see the problem? If to say na Yoruba na can they dance Igbo, I want.
No, Beulah tried now.
They tried, Abi.
Beulah tried. It was Beulah is not here.
Oh, yeah, Mama, come outside. Come. Behind. Mama, who try inside them? Who try inside them? Oh, yes. Now try inside them. The rest, make them go back. Oh yeah, the rest. They say, Mama say, oh, no try. So you sabi dance well. You can't do shakara.
No, she try now.
So who fit challenge? What is her name? Biu Biu. Okay, who fit challenge Biu Biu? You fit challenge Biu Biu? Wow.
Fire.
Wow. You go challenge her. You are in trouble. Biu Biu, you are in trouble. Come and stay in their middle, oh. You are in trouble. So, DJ, please give me a very hot music. You know one Igbo? Any other one? Make them play for you. It's all right. Mommy says she no one Igbo, but any other one. She go finish Biu Biu. Biu Biu, you are in trouble.
I thought right now.
From left and right. Are we happy? Are we happy? It's good to be happy. Yes, we are happy family. You can see that I'm happy, right? Thank you. Are you ready? Okay. DJ say make I give her 1 minute. Mommy, you better shake your body well. Able song. Okay, danceable song. He says it's a danceable song. I know that. You know, say school now I go. You know, say when you go evening school, the one where they teach in the morning, you know go no am. Now evening on I go. So now go pardon my understanding. It's all right. DJ, are you ready? If you not see Yoruba, play English. Abi? The one where they feel shake body. We are good. Okay. You don't need to hear what they sing. The beating don't start. Let's go there. Oh, guara guara. How many boys don't die for the street? How many boys don't blow for the street? Ha! There's trouble. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's all right. Let's go there. Aha. Don't go. Don't go. Join them all. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Me self, I'm short of words, so when I see Mama come dey do gwara gwara, wow! I say wow. They not see us, so we don't jam. We don't jam like this. Mama, collect them. Wonderful. If they go disco house, they no go win you. Now where you go learn all this from? Wow. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you very much. Onyema, please, their gifts. In fact, I'm impressed. Over impressed, they worry me. So therefore, I cannot pick the winner. They are all winners. Abby, they are all winners. Thank you. Come and take picture now. Come and take picture now, Sisi. Mommy, come and take picture. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. On behalf of 3 Crowns, I say thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here today. And I wish you all the best. I know we are strong women. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Thank you so much. 3 Crowns, put your hands together for them. All of you. We have seen some of you that have been hiding. They touched you in the right place. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Let's return to one house. Some of you, they don't touch you where they like them. Okay, let's return to one house. Please take your seats if you are standing. We're going into the panel sessions. Remember, your questions is the time for them now. If you need counseling, don't forget that some people are out there ready for you to help you to answer some of your own personal questions that you don't want to ask in public like this. Someone will attend to you. In the meantime, who's going to help me set up the chairs for our panel? Please, we have 4 panelists. I will just be somewhere there asking the questions. I think we should centralize the seats. Is that the center? Please take them away from the projector. Thank you. All right, so thank you so much to our guest speakers that have been here all through today. God bless you for your patience, for your, confidence in this program. I will go on and introduce our panelists. In no order exactly, so nobody comes before anybody in any order, please. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Beatrice Yesufu is the founder of the highly esteemed Christian Widows and Widowers Empowered. It's called CWWE. She's a pastor of RCCG Parish in Nigeria, certified in leadership capacity from Shatter the Limits Masterclass USA. I love to see people who I'm introducing so that they'll be in the center stage while I am reading their profile. Yes, ma'am, please be coming. She acquired BSc ED in mathematics from Lagos State University or Jo Lagos. She has also a certificate in computer science. She has a lineup of annual events that has brought healing and empowerment to the not less than 200,000 widows and widowers in Africa in the last 4 years. She has also developed a curriculum for widows and widowers over the period of 4 years. I love the fact that you are adding widowers because nobody really thinks about the men. I said it. Over the period of 4 years. It's centered around total human well-being and is recognized by an international body and is also adapted by other bodies in Nigeria. Okay, she has a lot of, I can keep reading about her. She has TV programs, TVC. She's worked with them, High Impact Television, MITV, Royal Women in Kwara State, Future on Women Radio, 93.5. Her profile is long and full and rich. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our panelist, Beatrice Yesufu. Ma, you're welcome, please. Take your seat. I'm not going to introduce him again because he's spoken to us. PI, you are part of this panel. You already heard from him. Do I need to still read his profile? By his fruits. We already know him. But it's not C finish, sir. It's not a C finish something. We just know you. Okay. And following quick after him, I'm introducing another person who will be part of our panel. He is a John Maxwell certified independent coach, speaker, and trainer. You people don't know the caliber and timber and wood that is here. No, and I mean it. I might be funny but people here are loaded. He's driven by his desire to live a life of purpose and commitment to reach out and share insights on how he escaped the shackles of grief, and with the primary focus on thinking right and living right. He started a wellness and mindfulness platform called Team Absolute Mind NG on Instagram in July 2016. And through this, he has coached clients through life's transitions of personal loss, grief, and emotional pain and challenges. He's motivated and coached clients in their achievement of personal goals and objectives. He is married and a father of 4 and holds a first degree in petroleum engineering, an MBA in oil and gas management with over 21 years working experience in the oil and gas industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me make welcome Oladapo Filani. I am so glad to see that you've been here and you've been so much where are you? No. One man, one woman. Let me just scatter it like that. So sir, stay here. Where is our president? She's supposed to be part of this panel.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Please give me a second. Our president, Diane Kalu, she's supposed to be part of this panel. As you put your hands together, she'll come and take her seat. Yes, I don't need to sit. I will stand. Do you have questions? Does anyone have questions? Write out your questions. Send them to me, but I'll start. If you have your questions, write them and send them to me while I introduce the last member of the panel. And the questions will take off. Okay. Okay, so do we have enough seats? Yes. Okay. Pastor Iheanyi, I'm very serious about making it one woman. So I'm arranging it. Do I have OCD for arrangement? No, I don't. So we have 2 more speakers, and I will introduce one now and then the other one next. Are you ready to learn with your questions? She's a parenting coach. She's a child behavior expert. She's the founder of Winning in Parenting, a platform aimed at, okay, technology is falling my hand here. But also, she provides solutions to everyday challenges faced in the parenting journey. And her satisfaction is to see parents enjoy peace, calm, and balance in their parenting journey. Please help me welcome Sandra Oluwadare. Are you clapping? Pretty woman. And last but not the least in this list, and he's been here since, he is an experienced legal practitioner with a demonstrated history of working in the banking industry and providing private practice. He's also skilled. No long thing with him. Please, I will read your profile. I will read it. I'm a man under authority. He's skilled in negotiation, banking, legal writing, customer engagement, finance, and akokwa, secured credit transactions, telecommunications, intellectual property, real estate related documentation, and corporate. I am very biased about lawyers. My father was a lawyer, so that's why I'm taking my time. Okay, please make welcome Barrister Osemota Okosun. Thank you so much to our panelists. I have some questions. I will start with them. Then, if you have your questions, you pass your questions through our ushers to me. Write it on paper, or if you want to hold the mic and ask, signal me and I will come. Before we go into the questions, he has a presentation.
No, it's not a presentation per se. I just want to write on what PI. And the panelists, please allow me to do this respectfully. Okay. So yesterday, I lost my first wife some 9 years ago. Okay. So I understand what you're going through. But yesterday, around 12 o'clock, I had the rare privilege of my first CPR training. CPR is what you do to people when they collapse, how you revive somebody that has collapsed. Okay. One thing that was astonishing in the training was the statistics that was shown that more than 80% of personnel in hospitals don't know how to do CPR right. Okay? But that's not the case. I was with my first wife in a hospital when she had a cardiac arrest. I found out yesterday that they did it wrong. Okay? And I left there yesterday saying, what if I had the knowledge? What if I had the know-how? Maybe I would have advised the hospital people. I put my trust in people that didn't know what they were doing. That's what I found out 9 years after the event yesterday. And when I was coming here today on the GPS, I drove past the same hospital. I was thinking, okay, there's something in this. What I want to leave with you is this. Knowledge is power. No. Applied knowledge is power. If I had the knowledge 9 years ago, maybe I'll be in a different situation today. Everything you heard from PI, the individual, the lady that spoke before, if you don't apply it after today, nothing is going to change. Okay? If you don't change the way you do things, nothing is going to change. So I just want to say, even though it's a painful thing to realize that if I had knowledge, maybe I would have done the right things. And let me tell you one simple thing. What I found out yesterday, if somebody has a cardiac arrest, don't start saying Mogbeo and all that. Do not put the person on a bed. You have to put the person on a hard floor. First thing is hard floor, not on the bed. They were doing CPR for my late wife on the bed in a hospital that I thought they knew what they were doing. That simple thing of putting the person on a hard floor can give you a 50% chance of surviving. So I leave you with this. Take advantage of the time with all the panelists, ask all the questions, but don't go on without applying what you learned today. Okay? And empowerment starts with you getting the right knowledge and applying it. I just thought I would share that with you before we go into the panel session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very helpful knowledge to gain from here. So I will start with my questions. If you have any questions, pass it to me or ask for the mic. We have answers all across: emotional, psychological, spiritual, parenting, mentoring, legal. So ask on. Some questions are already coming on board. I have some questions already here. It says, how do I come to terms with the way things are and start seeing all the positives of being on my own? I don't know who wants.
Thank you, everyone. I want to tell you that this program is already a success. And I'm glad that we are not looking the way the enemy wants us to look. The situation we find ourselves wants us to look as if we are not fit to live. But thank God that we are doing well. Tell yourself, I'm doing well. The question that is asked, I want to relate it to develop resilience in widowhood. 2 weeks ago, I was on a platform of a university in Philippines where I delivered a message. And I got a lot of feedback. What does it mean to be resilient as a widow? That is the ability to be healed from your trauma. Nobody wants to be a widow. And nobody bargained for it. But we have found ourselves in this situation. I became a widow 11 years ago. With children that are young. I was scared. I don't want anybody to know that I'm a widow. I want to hide it. I want to tell people that my husband traveled out. That was the first thing that any widow wants to put into practice, which we call self-denial. Yes or no? Your ability to heal from denying it, that is when you'll be able to develop resilience in widowhood. Resilience means your ability to stand and stand tall. Your ability to turn your trauma to triumph. That's another book that I'm writing. So if you are in that position, that you are yet to understand the situation you have, it is time for you to believe in yourself. Self-love is key in resilience. And the ability to move on from where you are, where your husband left you, is very key to be able to forge ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. I don't know if Iheanyi wants to talk. Pastor Iheanyi, do you want to talk to that? I'll be calling names when I see questions. I hope I call the right people.
Okay. Like we said in this session, there are practical things to do. Sometimes she mentioned denial. A lot of us have different booting times. Some people boot almost immediately. Some people 1 year later, they still say things like, I want to wake up from this dream, because they've not dealt with it. And one of the things that therapy does, or seeing a professional, is in this part of the world that they say, when you say, I have a psychologist or I have a coach I talk to, people think you're weak, or people think you're mad. But 90% of the people that are outstanding have coaches. 90%, if not more. I know Mo Abudu's coach. I know outstanding women who T.Y. Bello. I know her coach. These are women that are doing well, but are getting coaching. How much more a woman that has just been heartbroken, and things she doesn't need. See, after praying, prayer does not replace grief. Prayer is a spiritual, relationship issues are relational. Spiritual issues are spiritual. If a man and a woman are quarreling, after prayer, it's I'm sorry that will solve it, not prayer. So after you've prayed and the Holy Spirit has come, you have a mind that processes in pictures. So your mind will constantly remember the good times, remember things. So with a coach or with a therapist, they can give you perspective. Most times in grief, you lose a lot of perspective. You're afraid, you don't know how you're going to go to the next step. But once you begin to meet someone who has a neutral third party, It's like football. In football, you know where to pass the ball because you're not the one playing. You know, you say you should have crossed, but if you're outside, it's easier. So see a third party who can tell you what you can do. Most times you feel overwhelmed until you go and see a coach. And seeing a coach doesn't mean you're mad. You should try it off. We'll probably talk with the president, get as many contacts as you can, get sessions of, you'll find that it's therapeutic. It heals you and it empowers you better. So that feeling is normal. Whoever asks that question, that feeling is normal. But the answer to this is it can be overcome. Get coaching, get past denial. If he's passed, he's passed. What happens from today moving forward is what you need to begin to focus on. And we trust that you will get all the help you can. Yep. All right.
Thank you. Okay, I just wanted to add to what he said. That's why WiCare has counseling services. And we keep posting it. If you need counseling, it's not a bad thing. And it's not a thing of strength. I can do it on my own. If that bottle is not emptied, you're a walking bomb. So please get counseling. Thank you.
Thank you, we care. You really care. Okay, so this question says, what should be the response to a 9-year-old boy who is asking for a new daddy? Who wants to answer that? Okay, so Sandra wants to go first.
Thank you very much. So good to be here. So for a 9-year-old that needs a new daddy, you cannot really blame that child because, you know, what obtains in the society before all of this moral decadence and all of that, you know, began to evolve is a typical nuclear family where we have the mom, the dad, and probably the siblings. And so if it happens that this child has been growing up with the father figure and all of a sudden that is nowhere to be found. Now, I don't know when the father passed on, but if the child is 9 years old and is asking for the dad at that particular time, it means that
it's asking for a new daddy.
Okay, it's asking for a new daddy. Okay. Now, you need to, as a parent, there are things that you need to, you know, talk out with your children. It depends on you. It depends on your personality. It depends on what you want. Because you can't say because your children want a new dad, you now force yourself into a relationship. You need to first come to terms with the fact that this is the point I'm at. And, you know, like what P.I. said, you need to, and Diane as well, you need to have emptied that bottle. You need to be free inside, you know, and once you are free inside, you can say, okay, because if you don't let out all of those grief and all of, if you're still in self-denial and you want to go into a relationship because your child is asking for a new daddy, it's probably going to end up as a mistake. So what you can do is this. A 9-year-old child can understand in plain terms. Do proper explanation. You know, let the child understand how you feel. Because most times we shy away from, we don't respond to our children honestly. We begin to cover up things, no, this, that. But the truth is, when that child finds out the true picture of the true situation of things, he's going to lose trust in you, because if you didn't open up to tell him the true situation, why should he trust you? So just be plain with him. Let him know the true situation of things. If you want to go into a relationship, explain to him in age-appropriate terms. And if you are not ready, you can explain as well. He will understand, especially if you have been bonding and connecting well. Because, and if it happens that you are not ready to go into a relationship, you can get, which is very advisable, you need to, even if your child is asking you or not, once the father figure is not there, you need to get a role model for that child. Somebody that will stand, you know, in the gap. Somebody that will be that father figure in the life. Because the truth is, when a child is walking without a father figure, it's as good as that child is half naked. But because situation happens, you know, unforeseen circumstances, you cannot fault yourself for not having a father for that child. But what you can do is go out there. It might be the people that are important in your life. It might even be your dad. It might be your granddad. But you need to fill that vacuum, especially if you have a son. you need to fill in that vacuum. But to directly answer that question, I would say, just talk to your child. They will understand. If you're ready for a relationship, let them know. Don't bother them with adult problems, but just let them know in plain terms that you are not ready. And if you are ready, let them know that at the right time, they will have a new dad. But make sure that you try to fill that vacuum with a positive role model. Thank you.
Again, that is why WiCare has boys mentoring series. And now we have made it available for girls as well. So I would allow Mr. Dakbo to do justice to that topic because he's very passionate about it.
No, I think she's done a lot of good work on it already. The first thing I'll say is this. Whoever wrote that question, congratulate yourself. The fact that your boy walks up to you and asks you that question, that's a cry for help. Okay? So you must always create an avenue for yourself where your children can approach you and see hope in you in such a way that they can ask you that question. So the first thing is, in my view, as someone that's been a widower, I had situations when my 3-year-old was asking me all sorts of questions. When I turned 40, my 3-year-old asked me, is mommy coming for this party today? I said, she's not coming. Did you fight with mommy? Is that why she's not coming for the party? I said, no. Why is she not coming? I said, she's in. Then I explained to her that mommy is somewhere where we cannot go to. She's in heaven. I said, who is in charge of heaven? I said, it's God. Okay, let's talk to God to buy a ticket and go and see mommy. This was supposed to be my 40th birthday. Trust me, that day I walked into my room and I cried. Okay? So if your boy walks up to you, that's a cry. Absolutely do not shut him down, please. Okay? You have to listen. It could also be God telling you something through the boy. So, like she said, have a conversation. One thing which I didn't shy away from was, when I get asked difficult questions, I have difficult conversations. So don't say your child is 3, he won't understand. They understand. We are all going through it together. So take the opportunity. If you are doing everything else, shut down, WhatsApp, everything, sit down. That's time for serious conversation. And have a heart-to-heart conversation with the child at that very moment. Do not turn it away. It's an opportunity for you to sow a seed in the life of your child. And please take advantage of it. That's all I'm going to add to what she said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This next question, I told them to ask you questions that they have forgot. Are you people ready? Why do people not live old before they die? Okay, Uncle Dakbo, you want to take that? Who wants to take?
So I met my first wife in school. And we're together. She passed right in my arms 3 days to her 10th wedding anniversary. I was planning everything big. I was going to buy a car. I was going to take on a journey. I was going to get a hall as big as this. She was 37 when she passed. And I had a 6-month-old baby that time that is turning 10 next month. Trust me, I have asked that question several times. Why? Pastor, I have asked several times. My daughter is going to turn 10 next month. This morning, I still ask myself, what would it have been if her mom was around? I drove past the hospital where the mom died on my way here. And I still ask myself in the car, even though my assistant did not know, I asked myself, I looked at the hospital like that and I said, so why did I have to go through that kind of thing? God is not going to answer you. The first thing that, where my healing started from, I read a book by Andrew Womack, which is How to Handle Grief. And on the first page you turn to, it said, if God did not answer Jesus when he was going to the cross, he said, can this cross pass over me? That's his own son. Then don't bother trying asking him questions. He's not going to answer you. He knows what we don't know. He sees what we don't see. Okay? So it's difficult. I still ask those why questions. I asked you when I was coming here, but I didn't ask you from the expectation that I'm holding God to ransom. It's just the human in me that is saying, why? So the question is always, I always ask myself, my wife was saying, I was blessed with a good woman. Trust me, I enjoyed life. I enjoyed marriage the first time. That's probably why I'm on the second journey now. Because I was with a very good woman. And when they say you find a good thing, you get, I got all the blessings. I was promoted every year. I was very successful. My plane was flying when it dropped. So asking that why question is, why should a good person die and bad people remain? Maybe when we get to heaven, we can ask that. But it's not a question you're going to get an answer to here. You just have to settle in your mind that it has happened. You can't change it. And you have to move on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
You know, as a widow or widowers, that question always in our mind. My marriage was just 6 years. I have a baby of 3 weeks in my hand when my husband fell sick. And after 1 year, he was no more. I asked myself that, why did I get pregnant of that child that he will not know his father? I was like, God, why do you even allow me to be pregnant? How will I carry that child? What will I tell him? What will I say that happens to the father? Those are the questions that the Bible makes us to understand, that we'll be able to understand by and by. So for us to be able to move on, let us leave that part for God until when we see our loved ones, even on the resurrection day. Maybe, I don't know, but the Bible says we are going to see our loved ones, then we'll be able to understand better. As per the other question, my son asked me that question before. We went for a naming ceremony of a friend, and he carried the baby. The baby was so beautiful. I took the picture. When we got home, he said, Mommy, I love that baby. Please give me, I want you to have a baby girl. I said, baby girl, where? He said, just get somebody now. Marry, I want a baby girl. I said, I can't give birth again, no, because I did not have husband. But he keep on asking me. And after like 3 months again, he wake up in the morning and say, can you adopt a baby girl? I said, please come, let us sit down at this point. How many months ago now? You are still on baby girl. Please, I don't want to adopt any baby girl. You are 3. Your sister is your sister. So we have a sister in the house. Let's love one another. How will I pay school fees of another baby? I make him to realize the ways things work and why I cannot go further to bring a baby girl and I cannot marry. For now, let me face you. So let our children understand our journey. We are all in it together, and God is able to take care of all of us. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Please, if you're the owner of Lexus RX 350, and your number is EPE 818FT. They are towing your vehicle. They are towing it. Go and last man is carrying your car. But really, if you're the owner of this car, your attention is needed. Seriously. Okay, let's move on. One house. When he died 2 years ago, I wasn't allowed to shed a tear because my son was 6 months and it was a taboo for tears to drop on a baby in their family. Ever since then, I don't shed a tear whenever I feel pain. Please, what can I do?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So the person that wrote that question, I want you to know that you are not alone. In my own case, I even want to cry. Cry no come. I will shake myself. Let tears even just drop. For 1 year, I couldn't cry. It's not good, though. Please, I released a particular video on my page that people should love widows. Let nobody tell widow, don't cry. I bet cry. Let us cry our cry now. What? Let us cry the cry. Because I did a teaching on benefits of crying for widows. It's on my YouTube channel. Cry has benefits. Please, if you want to cry, that lady I'm coming there, If you want to cry, lock your door. Don't let your children see you. Do the cry, but don't cry like an unbeliever. As you are crying, Father, do this for me. Remember my children. As that tear is coming, make sure you are communing with your heavenly Father. Don't waste your tears. Remember all the promises of God concerning you as a widow and cry. When you finish cry, enter your bedroom. That's why they do. Shower and begin to sing. Now to that woman, they didn't allow you to cry. Don't worry. Just relax. A time will come, you do that cry and you will be relieved. Because after 1 year, I was in a program and worship was going. And I just remember how my husband died in my hand and I was crying. That was how I overcome. It's like, it's like they take something out of your body. You will be relieved. And that was how I started having that experience. If I want to cry, I just go, maybe I'm praying. I'll just have some remembrance of some things. Some people are crying. Keep it coming. Bring it out. And let a widow by your side rub your back. Please, if somebody is crying by your side, just punch the back, rubbing it at the outside, at the back. Make sure you are rubbing there. It's a great healing. If anybody is crying, please rub the back of that sister by your side. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. You rub it gently. Just rub it for her. It's good to cry. If you can cry, cry. When those tears comes out, it's like you are detoxifying some elements, some hormone that is not useful in your body out. And you'll be relieved. Yes, please. It's a therapy section. And I want you to just be calm now. If you want to cry now, please do the cry. And let the tear comes. And if you perceive anybody by your side doing the cry, I can see healing is taking place. And that is a good one. If somebody is crying by your side, just remember some beautiful parts of your husband you miss and cry it now. And if somebody is crying by your side, please just rub the back. Rub it gently. Rub it gently. Please don't do it. Gently rub it. Yes, it's a good one. So therefore, you that you have not cried, just be calm. A time will come, you get your healing and you'll be restored. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So just to add to what Mommy just said, another thing crying will do for you is that it will somehow, you might not fully understand the full capacity of it, but it will improve your relationship with your child. Because when those emotions are locked up inside of you, you can't let them out in any way. There's this, like it or not, there's this anger. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's this, like she said, there's this load, there's this burden in you. And if you are not able to manage it properly, it goes on to affect your relationship with your child. You are going to get triggered in certain ways, and you will take it out on your child unknowingly, unintentionally. So I would just encourage you to allow yourself be vulnerable and cry all you want. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Whew. This is a session.
On the crying bit? Okay. Sorry, let me just, before we move away from the crying bit. Okay. We live, Pastor P.I. preach on limiting beliefs. That issue of don't cry.
On a 6-month-old.
Where may God educate. We live in a society where they say men don't cry. Okay? So when my first wife passed, I did not cry. You have to be a man. People always want to rush you out of grief. You have to move on now. You have to be a man. You're okay. You can move on. You can do this and all that. See, I didn't. But it got to a point when my mind started shutting down my body. When my body started reacting in different ways, I was in and out of the hospital for 6 to 8 months. They didn't find anything wrong. I did all the tests in the world. HIV, hepatitis, brain work, camera work. The only thing they traced it to was when I went to the US, and they told me it's because I had not processed grief, because I did not cry. Okay? That's why my body was shutting down. Trust me, I was put on tramadol 3 times a day for 8 months because of pain in the body. Nothing wrong medically. So, there's absolutely nothing wrong with crying. Once in a while nowadays, let me just shock you. I've been married again for 2 years. There are days when I'm driving alone to work, I remember my first wife, and I allow it. I cry. But I don't cry like someone that doesn't have hope. Okay? But when it comes, trust me, you have to let it out. Because of what I know it did to my body. If I didn't have the privilege of going to a different part of the world, I was already being treated in Nigeria for all sorts of things. They were beginning to send me towards Arrow and all that. When I got to the US, there was absolutely nothing wrong with me. All I had to do was cry. So please, express yourself. Don't let anybody rush you out of it. When you feel like crying, the only thing I didn't do is what she said. I have never cried in the presence of my children. Because you have to give hope to your children. The moment they see you lose hope, they are finished. But please express yourself. It doesn't make you a weak person. It actually makes you a strong person when you can cry.
Thank you so much. How can someone promote her spiritual life when everything is lost? Sometimes very weak to pray. Here.
Okay, so
one house, please.
So this is on the assumption that I have all the spiritual answers. You know, one of the things people fail to understand that we are all humans is to the degree to which this week I saw someone said, I want to be with God. I want God to be with me. And I just said, simply be with God. The Bible says, draw nigh unto me, and I will draw. It's not because I'm a pastor that I'm spiritual. It's my spirituality.
One house, please.
It is my spirituality that has helped me become a better person. So for the person who is really tired, really weak, there's something called accountability partners. You know, there's so many tools that life has afforded us by network that in these parts of the world, we think they are outlandish. You know, we think they are so far-fetched. An accountability partner just helps you. So I have a set of friends that I can tell literally anything. He's not one of them is not a pastor, but he's a mature believer. But I can literally say anything to. He can tell me whatever he's dealing with. Because once you are able to talk to someone, it eases your problem by at least 50%. You know, if there's somebody that can pray with you, there's someone that can share. There's a lot of distraction. I'm trying to,
please, can we keep it down? Can we keep it down, please? Thank you.
You know, it's necessary that you understand that there's a need for an accountability partner. Yeah. Somebody needs to hold you accountable. You know, someone needs to be able to say when you are going off. So the way my guys are. So if you are in the wrong house, on the wrong day, in the wrong mood, send a SOS message to everybody. And you get a phone call. Get up from that place now. Get into your car and leave that person's house. That is not where you're supposed to be. Tomorrow we'll bring repentance instead of deliverance. You know, have someone that holds you accountable in your faith. If you're a person of faith, go to church, talk to pastor. You know, it's the same way. We are quick to talk to pastors, but we're not quick to go to coaches. It's almost as though we think that everything in our life is first spiritual. Most likely what you're dealing with is withdrawal symptoms. You know, you're burnt. You need someone to tell you that it will work if you will try. Sometimes you don't feel like trying again. You're wondering, what is it worth? Is it worth anything? You know, but in direct answer to that question, get help. Call someone. Call a pastor. Call an accountability partner, a mature believer, or someone who has been through that same stage. You know, sometimes in this part of the world, we deal with the issue of age. You know, so you think that because you're grieving, and then there's someone who has been through it but is younger, you know, you would rather die than level with the person. And then the person is flying and is better. And you're wondering why you can't get that reprise. Because you are not allowing yourself let the tools. How did I heal from heartbreak? How did I heal from missing in action with God? I began to draw nigh to God gradually. How? Let me show you how to do it. You know, before I pass the mic, one thing that I've tried to explain to you about spirituality, when you say things like, I want to be spiritual this year, I want to be deep this year, it doesn't mean anything. It's the way self-righteous people deceive other righteous people. This year I'm going to be deep. Me and God, we're going to be like this. Doesn't mean anything. How you do that is you have little goals that sum up to a bigger goal. I will pray every day for 10 minutes. I will read a chapter of scripture. I will share my faith with someone. I will try my best not to miss any service. In 6 months, you will grow deeper in God. You didn't have to say it. It is those little victories that sum up to that. So sometimes we jump, I just want to be better. You don't want to cry. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to share your hurt. You don't want to, so how will you be better? That's just an answer to it. Get help. Talk to someone. Start from the little victories. Make sure you wake up every day and know that God is worth talking to. Sometimes when grief happens, you don't feel God is worth talking to. Those little victories will sum up to the big ones. I hope that helped someone. Yeah.
Thank you so much, P.I. Wema Bank will be walking around to open accounts. If you want to open an account with them, see the goodie bags that they will leave with you if you open an account with them right now. Don't be afraid. Limiting belief should not limit you. Open account. Money is coming. Abi? So you need space for all those money coming. So Wema Bank will be going around, please open accounts with them. The next question is, when a child complains that mommy is harsh, but daddy will never be harsh if he was here, how do I handle it?
I should talk on spirituality.
When a child complains that mommy is harsh, but daddy will never be harsh if he was here, how do I handle it?
I can't pretend to know what to say, but I can suggest. You can tell the child that you are doing the job of two people, so you have to be mommy and daddy at the same time for now. I mean, to me, that is a practical approach in dealing with that, without necessarily having to start praying or asking prayer warriors to gather. There are so many practical ways you can deal with some of these things. And I say that I'm not a Christian. In fact, there are two things. It's either you are a Christian or you are not. But I'm not a strong Christian. I mean, in quotes. However, I read the Bible. Now, if you look at the book of Job, my favorite part of going to church is Sunday school. The rest is nonsense as far as I'm concerned. The book of Job, there's, I think, chapter 6. It says, the children of God were gathered, right? And Lucifer was among them. So those of you who believe that it is the devil that pushes a lot of things, that's not true from my own research. It is us as human beings that complicate things, right? It is the divisiveness in us that prevents us from lending a helping hand to somebody who is in need. Once you are able to open your heart and be available for someone, the universe has a way of putting somebody right in front of you that will lift you up. So I don't know if I've answered that question and tried to exceed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I know you've been waiting for your legal question, so he has arrived. So back to you again. How do we get, are we one house here, please? Our panelists are here for us. How do we get letter of administration?
Okay, I will start with the background. You must be married to that person first. Not cohabiting, not second wife, not mistress. That's the first. You need to know your position in that person's life. Were you married under the Marriage Act? Now, if you're married under the Act, it means that everything that your spouse who has passed on had or has automatically devolves to you. no family member has any legal interest stronger than anybody who is married under the act whose spouse has passed on. Now, the reason I'm saying that is, under common law, when you see, Madam, you are here, don't let Oga buy anything and put Mr. and Mrs., his name. Your name must be in that document.
Oh, wow.
Because anybody can be.
Are we paying attention?
Anybody can be Mr. and Mrs. So if the guy has gone and done secret marriage, or is telling you, I'm going to divorce my wife, or we're just girlfriends, you know, she's not married to me, and all that is just nonsense. Right? The first thing you need to do when this thing happens, when you can see clearly, is to consult a professional. When I say professional, somebody who is qualified to give you advice. The person doesn't necessarily have to be a lawyer, right? The person can be someone who has walked that road before, and they can give you direction or indication of what you need to do. The reason why I'm saying that you must be married under the act is because you are the only person who is legally entitled to be a beneficiary and an administrator of your late spouse estate. Some people have come, I think at the last session, some people came and said the administrators must be members of the deceased spouse family. There is no law that requires that they must be members of anybody's family. It is who the surviving spouse is comfortable with, right? Who would administer that estate for the benefit of that surviving spouse and the children, if they have any. So the first step is to get a lawyer. The lawyer does the legwork and does the application on your behalf. I'll use Lagos State as an example. The process for applying for letters of administration is pretty much simple today. It's an online process. So the lawyers do, all you need to do is send copies of the death certificate, means of identification, details of the beneficiaries, details of the proposed administrators, and the lawyer puts in that application on your behalf, right? And the probate registry now does a search to find out if anybody else has initiated letters of administration before now, so that they can bring it to your attention. So the fact that you have some key documents, your marriage certificate and the death certificate, gives you an edge to challenge anybody who comes to say. So that's how you start. But the most important, get a lawyer, and I mean, they will guide you on what to do.
Thank you so much. Please, I want to beg us, whatever is happening, can we keep the voices down? You can do anything you want to do, but please, let's keep it low.
You have a question?
Thank you.
Thank you. The question I want to ask, because I'm going through that now, and I didn't have a child for my husband. We're married for 9 years. We didn't marry in court, because the day I came, the lady asked me, did you do court marriage? I said no. She said, ha. So me, I was scared, because since she's saying her, that means I should just start going home. But someone else encouraged me to go ahead, and I did. But it got to a stage, they said I must bring one of the family members, which was the mom, and we are not in talking terms. So I had to pray, and I went to meet her. She told me she's still doing prayers. Come back next week. I kept going. Even till now, she has not signed the documents. In fact, I was coming yesterday when she said I should come. I knew that was a distraction, not to bring me here. So I didn't go. I will go when I come back. Now, I wasn't married in court, but I have the marriage certificate and the death certificate because he died in my arms. Then he's owing people, plenty of people, because he does business. Those people kept coming. I didn't know anything about the business. I was paying from the proceeds they were making. I didn't know I was bringing down the shop. So when I noticed the shop was going down, I stopped paying. The next thing, they had to go and they said I should come to one court in Onitsha, where I will come and meet the lawyers and all that. So I spoke to a lawyer. He said that debt cancels debt. That thing keeps ringing in my ear because I want to understand how debt cancels debt. Thank you.
You've asked many questions. The first one is, my assumption is that your marriage was under native law and custom. No, I'm confused. You have a marriage certificate. From which church? a Pentecostal, not the Roman Catholic Church, not Anglican Church, you're not married under the Act. I'm sorry. But however, we provide partnership with WiCare. If you want to speak to a lawyer after now, because some of these things are confidential, right? You can leave your details and we can have a discussion regarding that. However, for debt, canceling debt, indebtedness, it's funny, right? It depends on the documentation. But on the face of it, right, if it's a personal contract, right, without anything devolving to the estate, then it cancels it upon the person's demise. But if the person has signed a document that binds his or her estate to that debt, it doesn't automatically cancel it. It means that upon his demise, the creditor can go after the estate of the deceased, right, to get the money. So it all depends on the documentation. So if anybody is trying to pull a fast one on you, the first thing to do is to ask them, can I have the documentation? And you can bring it and we can look at it and we'll give you advice and be creative in how to protect your rights in spite of the limitation. I don't know if I've answered you.
All right, please, I have people's questions here. I really want to take questions of people who sent in questions earlier, then we'll come back to those ones again. Please let us also be fast in answering questions so that nobody will come and waylay me on the road. Okay, so what would you say to a son of 21 years who doesn't want to see any man around you? Who is passing the mic? They are passing the mic. Sir, please, can you answer? Uncle Dakpo, do you want to answer?
Okay. Now the thing is, my first daughter is 18.
Please, one house, really. That central table, you people will pay fine.
So my first daughter is 18, my first son is 16, and I have a 10-year-old, and now I have a 2-year-old. Okay? It's not in the place of your son to determine whether you get married or not. However, when I was going to get married again, I told the person I met, I have directors. Because your children are part of the shareholders are part of the estate. So what I'll say is this. There's always, and let me tell you for free, I've been married again for 3 years. I'm still going through the blending process. You know when you go to the market to buy tomato and everything, and you put it in the blender, it doesn't look nice in the blender, right? Then you start blending it, you blend and blend. Your son's concern is what your new marriage is going to do to him. So he's tuned into what is in it for me station. It's a genuine concern. Because I can tell you for free, your son has that concern, the man has that concern. It's now up to you to do that blending. So if your son has a concern, you need to have a serious conversation with your son, but it's not enough reason not to go ahead. Because think about it, you have a lot of blending to do. Not just that day one, it's something you're going to do for a long time.
Please don't think I am just being somehow. I think it's disrespectful when someone who made his time to be here is talking and we are really not paying attention. Do we need this session or not?
Yeah, but I think it's the Wema Bank people that are causing this.
I don't know if it's the bank but the room is really rowdy and it's not nice.
Can we suspend the bank thing?
Can Wema Bank please, if you want to meet them, Wema Bank, can you please go outside? If anybody wants to open, they'll come and meet you. Thank you. So let's blame Wema Bank for this 5 minutes. When Wema Bank goes, let's see who else to blame. So thank you, please. God bless you. I like the quiet. How do I handle a son of 21-year-old that is addicted to smoking? Parent coach.
Okay. For every misbehavior, there's always an underlying cause. And you need to dig deep. If you want to treat the situation from the surface, you would just, you might end up creating a barricade between your relationship with your child without necessarily getting to the roots of the problem. So you want to look back to where all of this is starting from. And most times when I talk to parents, they claim that, you know, they are cool with their children. But when you talk to the children, you realize that parents are intentionally doing things that actually send the children away. So for that child, what you can do is already smoking, is already addicted to it. Now it's a recovery process we are talking about. You want to redeem your child from that addiction, and you need to, it's a hands-on job. You are not just going to be talking, you are not just going to be teaching, you are going to get your hands dirty. You will be ready to, you know, let him have relationships with a role model, because sometimes you might tell your child to stop doing something 10 times, they won't listen to you. But if they have somebody they respect, especially when they just look up to, if that person instructs them once, they would listen and they would, you know, turn a new leaf. So you want to prayerfully and with wisdom, you know, look for somebody that child, you know, can look up to as a role model. Because there's one thing they say always, parents, children take advantage of their parents. It's not a bad thing. They see you all the time and all of that. That see finish is there. Do you understand? Even though they still respect you. So when it has come to a situation like this, you need to go out and look for help. Like what Pastor said. When it comes to mental issues and all of that, they say, okay, I want to see a mental health specialist. People think you are, you know, not doing well up there. It's not about, help is help. When you need help, for a child like that, you need to seek help. You can't do it yourself. The child is already, and you know, these substances are very addictive. Once it gets in, you are just going to be talking and praying and carrying the child up and down for deliverance, and he keeps getting neck deep into it. So the first thing you want to do is show that child love. You need to get to the point where you are able to separate your child from the behavior. If you keep tying your child with that behavior, you are not going to love him the way Jesus loves you. You are not going to, you want to love your child, but you'll be unintentionally hating that child, you know, because that behavior is actually disgusting. So what you want to do is to separate the child from the behavior. And then one of the professors said something, said the time a child needs love the most is when that child is unlovable. So that time when your child is throwing tantrums, that time when your child is misbehaving, shouting the house down, that is a red alert that it is at that point your child needs love the most. The child is only trying to express himself in the best way he can. But because you are an adult and the brain of a child does not fully develop until the child is 25, if you come down from your rational thinking part of the brain and you get down to the emotional center where the child is operating from, then it's just like two children are throwing a tantrum. So you need to be the adult. When this child is, you know, manifesting all of this behavior, you need to remain in your shoes as a parent so that you can guide the child aright. And then after all the love, separating the child from the behavior, please seek help. There are people, there are coaches, mentors that can actually get your child out of that addiction. It's not something you should joke with or watch. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just like to add to what Lady Sandra has said. Mentoring is important. I always ask myself, if I had a mentor growing up, if I had someone in my life who mentored me, I would be a better person. I'll be better than I am. There are certain decisions I would not have made in my life, regardless of having both parents. And just because you're a parent does not equal mentoring. Parenting does not equal you giving birth to the child. So I would say, get your children mentored. And for the child who is who is addicted right now, that child is struggling with something, like she rightly said. That addiction can be as a result of grief. He hasn't been able to process the fact that his dad is dead, and you're not helping matters. Again, I would like to also talk about the power of your words. the power of the things that you say to your children. They can provoke you and make you mad. But hold your tongue in that instant, because whatever you pronounce on that child is going to be. And in that place where he's talking about, he's smoking, and you're maybe cursing out at him or whatever, just getting mad and saying some things, you are worsening the issue. And if you need to get that child to speak to someone, you know where to come to. So please, mentoring, parenting, and watch your words as well.
Thank you. How can a widow without financial help start all over again? Okay, he wants to speak, Barrister Osemota.
You need to, you have the WiCare platform. So this is just a clear example of where you can go first to get help. There are also various non-governmental organizations that are willing to also provide some form of assistance in terms of setting you up, providing a formal platform for you to launch yourself back into workspace. So that's, for me, those are the first things that you need to do.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, so let me go on. What do I do to stop my last born from constant crying? I can't, that's the first question. The second question, I can't read it very well. What do I do to stop my last born from constant crying?
How old is the last born?
It wasn't specified here.
Constant crying as how?
Constant crying. I don't know.
Can I say that constant crying, I'm sure in this context she's referring to the fact that his dad is passed away. So I think that's what she's referring to. You need to chat with your children. When my husband died, my first son was 4, my second son was 22 months, and my daughter was 8 weeks. It's a story I've told 1 million times. But one of the things I did, even just like Mr. Dako said, was have a conversation with that child. My first son is melancholy in nature, so he internalizes a lot of things. And so I sat him down and I spoke to him. Was it easy? No, it was not easy. In fact, there was a day that we were driving together, and I didn't know he was crying behind me. And one of the first things that he asked me later was, "Mommy, why did Daddy have to die so young? And why do we live so? Why do we have to go through this? And why did he have to have so much pain? Because he died in an accident." And that thing threw me off balance, and I had to park the car, bring him down, and then start talking to him. And the first thing I told him is that you can't change it. You can't turn back the hand of time. What's done is done, but you have to make your daddy proud. So if your child is crying, you need to have a conversation with that child. Sit the child down and make sure that that child is not grieving. If he's grieving, he also needs therapy. You see, everything is centered around emotional health.
Let me bring a little clarity to this question, because the person who sent it, this child is 16 years old and has been crying about the father's loss without stop. Then the mother also said, "I cannot stop thinking of him." That's her husband. How do I get on with my life? Because he's even my twin brother, not my husband. That's how close she describes her husband.
Thank you. You know, there is when we are talking about speak to your daughter, speak to your child, what do you speak to them? One of the factors I adopted in my case is to tell my children about the story of their father, how good their father was when he was alive. Now, a 16 years old boy consistently crying. Love conquers all things. If you are a mother, learn to love your children and know that what you are passing through, they are also passing through it. Always have your round table talk. Let them know what you are doing, so that they also have advice they can give to you as well. Possibly that 16 years old boy, maybe a friend outside, has spoken well about her father, and is missing that. He may be crying every time. So it is not left for you as a mother to try as much as possible, bring him to yourself. You can cook good meal for him. I do that for my son. The food my husband likes to eat, I'll cook it for my children, all of them. We eat it and we'll be discussing daddy. Daddy like black soup too much. This black soup, mommy, you did not put mama. If daddy like mama honey, even though they are young, because I've told them that story many times. So with that, they begin to speak out, because we need our children to speak out so that we can know where we can help them. God bless you.
Okay, Mom. Quickly, please, let's go.
Okay, I'll do this very quick. I'm sure you all know Pastor Igodalo, Pastor Etua. Okay. When my first wife passed, Pastor Ibidon was a support system for my children, because my kids were very young then. So every Sunday, she had a regimen with them in church every Sunday where she makes them feel wanted. So you can imagine what happened to me the day I heard she had died. It was as if a dagger went into my heart. But that's not even the thing about this crying thing. When it was a year, this year, I was in church with my 18-year-old when it was a year that she passed. So we're having something for her in church. I hadn't been to church for a long time because of COVID. It was just our first time in church, and my 18-year-old daughter was sitting next to me. They were saying all the good things, everything, blah, 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 about the church, about her in church. And I just looked to the right, and my daughter was a mess. Okay, so what do you do in church? I turned to her and I said, Simi, you're thinking about your mom. Say yes. This is 9 years, because we're talking about Pastor Ibino, who was our support system. Okay, so what did I do? I picked up, I called my coach. Ma, I need help. This is beyond me. I need you to speak to my daughter. And the following day, I took her straight. 2.5 hours with the coach alone. Okay? So it's a real life thing. This happened, Pastor Ibino is a year this year. So it's not a long time ago. So if your son is crying, he's processing. See, there will be situations where they will cry. She's going to college, she's crying, my mom is not there. That's normal. But if she's crying a lot, there are times when it's beyond you. That day in church, I told myself, I'm a coach. There's nothing I can tell my daughter on this one. She needs somebody else, and I took her in the following day. And she was able to process it. So go find help. There's no shame. Go and find help, please.
Maybe I should also tell you I have a coach. I have a therapist that I see every 3 months. If you don't have anyone here, get one. It's not that very expensive. And if you do not have anywhere where to go, this your guy WiCare. She's also a certified counselor. Call her. Some of you that are in my group, some of you call me. I can speak. I can listen to you for 1 hour. He's a therapist. Because when you pour out your heart, and somebody is able to encourage you, you forge ahead. Our children need it also.
Thank you so much. This person is asking for mentorship. So I think all these answers, this is more of a spiritual mentorship this person is asking for. She really needs spiritual mentors. And she also said when she reads the Bible, she's not understanding. It's not sticking to her brain. So quickly, on this seeking coach and mentorship. But this is spiritually she needs.
Yeah, well, it cuts across. You need a mentor in almost every area of your life, or a coach. Most times, when you see football coaches, they don't look like the players. Because coaching is a set of skills. So the coach can see you, diagnose, and help. So he can go to his charts, draw the amount of press-ups you need for those abs to go. That's what coaching really does. So to sometimes want to mirror yourself after a coach can even be detrimental to you. Because my regimen might be different from yours. I can do 12 hours of study. And it's the way I am. I love to read. So if you came on Thursday, I gave you a 2,000-page book. And I said, let's read this on Wednesday. I've not helped you. I've not helped you at all. So if you need a mentor, the platform, Diane is not here. The platform will be available. I'll make my phone number, email. All these amazing people here will make their, but I need to just help you know that it is not as though we are waiting on that call. We're also living our lives. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when you send a message, I might reply you in the evening. And it's not because I didn't want to reply you. You know, it's because there are 600 other replies. And that was when I now had the window to just reply that message. Okay. But I think that, I don't know if anybody here is adverse to mentor anybody. Yeah, so all of them are, nobody is adverse. So we'll get all our details available for us, our phone numbers, our maybe social media handles, and just say from WiCare, and then we can store it properly. And let's have those conversations. I'll be most willing to help whoever that.
The one quick thing I'll add to this is this. Please do not look for microwave solution.
Yeah.
Once you've gone into grief, you've taken a dent. It's not going to be a microwave solution to get out of it. You are going to go on the journey. And your own journey will vary from one person to another. So do not seek out for microwave solution to what you are going through. Be ready to pay the price and go on the journey.
If I will add anything, I'm not a panelist, but I would say what has worked for me as a person. I was in a bad place at some point, and what worked for me in spiritual discipleship, I will call, is I have a pastor where she teaches the Bible once a week, just line by line. You read the Bible line by line, discuss it, and share. There are people who are not even pastors who have those groups, Bible study groups. Join yourself as they are reading and sharing. Just share. You do it over time. You can now form the habits by yourself. That's one thing that also helps. My 3-year-old boy suddenly will refuse to eat except daddy feeds him. This daddy he didn't get to know. He was about 10 months when my husband died. There's this negativity I feel each time the boy says this. How do I overcome this situation?
Okay. Before any of my colleagues, if the child didn't used to say this before the father passed, it's a coping mechanism. And you need to even understand that there's something more happening with the child. You know, it's almost like the way we defaultly want to say good things about people after they have died. So the child the brain just doesn't know what to do with. It's 3. You know, there's something he's feeling. The only way to say it is to try and put his father in every conversation. You know, get my dad to feed me. Knowing fully well you can't get his dad to feed him. You know, so it's either you're like Dako said, have those serious conversations. And it doesn't mean you hate the child. It means you want to rewire. Some years ago, we had an accident. Myself and the whole family was in the car. You know, head-on collision with a trailer on that WiCare Lekota expressway. We were coming from church. We were all talking in the car. My wife, my 2 brothers, my 2 kids. And the trailer went over the culvert, and we had the head-on. The airbags were deployed and all of that. And we noticed that a few days after that, my daughter started stuttering. You know, a few days or weeks, and started stuttering, certain words started. And because I had done NLP, or because I knew it was the brain trying to make sense of what it was. So what we just did, got another car, drove at that same time of the day, talked, got home safely. You see, cars don't go randomly, go hitting people and trying to kill your family. Some weeks, months after that, her stammering stopped. It wasn't a prayer, it was the brain trying to understand. It's a child. Mm-hmm. The child has gone through trauma, and the 3-year-old has gone through something. So you need to sit the child down. Daddy is not coming back, but I'm here for you. I'll feed you. You will never lack food. Speak hope back into that child. He's just trying to get the child to be the father, memory of the father. He's trying to make sense of why he's eating and his dad is nowhere to be found. You know, are you silent about it? He wants to hear your own opinion on the matter. Go and bring daddy to come and feed me. And then puts you in a bad way. And if you begin to cry, you know it goes worse. You know, and everything becomes just in case anybody wants to jump in.
Sorry, okay. You want to speak?
Okay, just to add quickly, I would also want to state this in case the child is a picky eater. If the child is picky eaters, you know, they want to come up with excuses. And if this child never met the dad, of course, from relating with other people, he knows that, okay, there's supposed to be a father figure. And if that's a smart child, he knows that, okay, I don't want to eat, Abby. Daddy, I will tell mommy that daddy must feed me. You know, it's just like an escape route. So what I would advise, if that's the case, is just try to make meal times fun for him. You know, when you want to get children, you have to be a child at heart as well. Play with them, you know, get down to their level and just make it fun. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm doing because I'm like, woman is trying to also deal with that. Oh, you're not trying to, but I don't want to be a party pooper. I'm just thinking like one woman will say, me, I'm dealing with my own too. But all the same, we're getting all the help we can get, right? So what should you do when your in-laws play nice in your presence but won't tell you anything happening in the family, and you live with them and they treat you as a stranger? Quickly after that, do I read out this one? Okay, let's take that one.
Unfortunately, you cannot legislate human behavior. You can't put it in a box. The most important thing is the nature of relationship you had or have with your spouse. If it is open, right, you know the people in the family that do not care about you. And I'm sure that you guys would have arranged to, I'm using myself as an example. This is the only experience I can share with you. I don't have the other one. My mother doesn't get along with my wife. So what I've done is to separate that relationship and put myself in a situation where if anything happens to me, my wife is able to move on without relying on anybody. So that is how I have managed that process. So even people, not just family members or in-laws, even friends, colleagues, competitors at work, business partners, right? They might not really say what they feel, you know, when you are with them, but deep down, you know that they haven't got your back. They just want you to fail. So instead of that, to make you feel somehow, adopt the Diane approach, right? Which is when somebody says this person is not going to be successful, make them eat their words. Do everything possible to be a success.
Thank you so much. Last question. So how do you do when, I don't know who this is, so I'm leaving it for all this when the husband's family says you are not to have an affair with any man because you're still married to their son, even when he is late, and you are to return.
Help you take care of such emergency cases, or even if it's not an emergency, sometimes you may have health issues that you need to attend to, and maybe the bill is very high. And you having a HMO cover would definitely help to take care of this. That that suits different cadre of people, different packages, different plans, different products that can suit either for you as a company, as a group, as an association. We have our flyers going around right now. I know some of us might already have it, but just in case there are some of us who are yet to have our flyers, our further clarifications about our products and our services will always be there to attend to them. Then let me also quickly say, having taken your vitals when you were coming in, some of us, I'm sure we took our vitals, and we noticed that our BP, some of us, our BPs are irregular. So we will advise that you always check yourself from time to time to ensure that your BP is normal of your health, so that you can live long for your children. So we will advise you, if you have a company, you have an association, a group, kindly contact us, and we will always be there to provide answers to every question you may have. I wouldn't know if any of us have any question to ask us. We'll be able to take them. Thank you.
All right. It is empowerment time. I said it at the beginning. We've been doing empowerment all the while, but there is something we want to do now. And there is a giveaway for it. The thing is, how many of us run any business here? Okay. Oat your mass. Set ready. Pure. All right. So before I do that, if you know that you can stand here before everyone to defend your business, tell us about your business, tell us the future of your business, defend it enough to get support. Many people will come out, but only one will be selected. When I say oat your mass, set ready, pure, I will give space here. The first 5 or maybe, how many should we do? The first 5 people. So if you know you want to defend, be standing up right now. Will you people count? This is cheating. Okay. Out your mass. Be coming out. Set ready. Oh yeah, pium. It doesn't matter. Everybody can come out. And we will do it. I will give you how many minutes? Please. Make spaces in between each other. Everybody must stand in between someone. Please don't let this light be touching you. Can we move further down? Accurate, timekeeper, co-debaters, and my fellow businesswomen. So I'll give you the mic. If you can defend your business in, should I make it 3 minutes so that you will do fast? 1 minute is short. Is 1 minute short? How many minutes should we make it? 10. Is it jump? 2 minutes. All right. Defend your business in the next 2 minutes. You come out. If you hold the mic, you come out and stand in front of everybody.
My name is Moto Jessie Modupe Cecilia. I work with ICO Insurance PLC, American International Insurance PLC. We deal with general insurance and life insurance. We came to Nigeria in 1963, and we are the best player in general insurance and life insurance. Right now, we are #1. You can Google it. You see us there. So if you want your children education, annuity is also called salary for life.
Is someone timing for us? Keep going on.
It's also called salary for life. You want your car insurance, burglary, bond, anything, you know that it's work, because I'm a living witness. My husband did not work for longer years, just for 5 years. So I just got a little from his workplace. Then when he was telling me, Margaret is marketing me on insurance, I'll be like, let's face our business. But assuming he did not do anything, maybe I'll be knocking on doors. Please, I need Gary. So that was what sustained me a bit. To able
one
to
house,
get
please. One house.
Of myself.
Should we keep the Indomie until after this presentation? It's just Indomie now. Oh yeah, use your hand, don't use your mouth, because their time is going.
So please, even if it's monthly savings for yourself, sometimes you'll be like, where is the extra? Where is the extra? If your money increase 1 million naira today, it won't be enough. So you don't wait till it will be enough before you start putting something down for your retirement.
Time up. Put your hands together for her. The crowd will call the result at the end of the day. Don't go away. Stand. Don't go away. I don't want to. Okay. Who is going to be timing for me? Please, thank you. So the next person, quickly. 2 minutes, yes.
My name is Mercy Okoronkwo. The real business I studied is cosmetology. That's how to produce soap, omo, and all those things. But right now, because of financial constraint, I found myself selling bottled water minerals. Now, how do you produce omo? You produce omo by getting the materials, chemicals, and all the necessary things. Then soap, you produce them by getting the chemicals and all the materials, you gather them and produce them. But if I can get financial assistance, I will start producing them. So that I cannot be, begging food to give to my children. I have to be selling bottled water and minerals for now. As a cosmetologist, I produce air freshener and all those cream, Ditto, Vaseline, all those ones. The Vaseline I'm using now.
Thank you so much. Put your hands together for her. 2 minutes. Next. Okay, you.
Praise the Lord. You can see what I'm holding in my hands. I'm a widow like you. Like this people you see, this week I produced this for 100. They are taking to US this week. 100. And let me tell you, this thing is giving me money. I train people free. Are you hearing me? As widows, I train people free. I don't charge widows. Sorry. This one.
Hold on.
Are you seeing all this thing you see in my hand? I'm the one producing it. You see this hair tie? Some women, they don't know how to tie hair tie. I tie all these things. You see this bag? When I did a program with the widows, I gave them, some of them say it has expired in the market. I started making it and I'm making money out of it. You see souvenirs. You can see souvenirs. You can see baby dress. Right now, a lot of people are booking baby dress with me. I make anything I can make. I'm a farmer also. There's nothing I cannot do. I make bags. And I tell you, all my products are in outside countries. My church people, they buy them anytime they are traveling. I make all these things. So, I want to let you know that widows, if you are ready, I will come and train all of you.
Put your hands together for her. Come and stand on the line, please. Don't go. Be listening, no, you are going to judge the winner.
Okay. All right. I'm promised anointed.
Please keep down the noise. Keep down the noise.
I will say.
Sharers. Please,
Hello.
receivers and sorry, I just want to make sure that they don't disturb your session. Yeah. Can we keep it down, please? Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Promise Anointed. Okay. I'm going to be very brief, but I want to pick this. A widow of 7, and you know what that means. You know, when I lost my husband, I was bound. When I mean bound, I know when I started doing that job, because I'm a stylist, when I started, his shop was okay. But you know, after 6 years, because I was sick for 6 years, taking care of him with that shop, I know he died in September. By August, I have to lock up my shop. When I mean big, it was big. Worried to be precise. I shut down everything, believing to what he said, I will make it up to you. Don't worry anything we are losing now. I'm going to make it up to you. Of course, he was a diver, but because of the health, we lost everything, believing that everything is going to come up again. And I started going house to house. I make hair. What I'm carrying here, no man has touched my hair. No woman has. I've been making it from the onset. All right. What you see here, I did it myself. Yeah. Of course, if I want to be a mature style, I will tell my son to come and twist for me. Then I tie. Talking about a tie, you can call on me anytime. I can be sleeping and tying, just as Mama said. Then the makeup, it's my hobby. But to God be the glory. I didn't go anywhere to learn any of this. It was a God gift. Hello. And I will be so glad if I will be empowered.
Put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, winning women.
Good afternoon.
My name is Gloria Ogumefun. I started my business 4 years ago, but before I lost my husband, I wasn't doing anything. But after I lost my husband, I was like, wow, I can't stay like this with 4 kids. No. Somebody invited me for an empowerment one day. And also where they sell shoes, sell slippers. I wanted to buy for myself. As I was speaking for myself. And the Spirit was saying, why don't you just pick and start selling? I was like, I should pick and start selling. Do you know, right from that time till now, I just picked some, I picked like 10 pairs, put in a bag. I don't have a shop, but I carry my things, and go round to sell. Today, anywhere I'm going to, anywhere they see me, Madam Shoe, Iyabata, Yonibata, and anytime they have party or any occasion they have, they must call me. Please,
Time up.
Get me a show.
Time up. Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
My name is
Please,
Okoye.
one house. One house.
My name is Okoye Uchechuku Lolo. As you can see, I like fashion, even though I'm not beautiful to that extent. Now,
no, we don't agree.
Now, we almost have the same story. I sell anything sellable apart from ammunition and human parts. I sell everything. Once I wear anything, people want to buy it. Just like it happened here, right? You wanted my clothes. I made it yesterday. Somebody did. She did, and I'll just add one small money for you. So I buy bonds. I carry it to work, and I get 20 naira gain. And people are enjoying it. In fact, everybody is calling me. Around our office, they'll be like, Oni putere bonds ota, Oni mero my mind. So anything I see that will give me money, 20 naira, 15 naira, I do. Thank you.
Praise the Lord. I'm so happy to be here today. My name is Elizabeth Olukoya. Actually, my husband and I used to run an oil company before he passed on. So unfortunately, the in-laws took away everything because he used his mom's signatories, CAC, to register the oil company. So they acquired everything, left it for them. Though that oil business is a passion I have, I intend into, though it's capital intensive, but it's something I have it in mind to do in the nearest future. So in spite of having 4 boys to cater for, I went into other means of survival. As I am, I into so many things, anything that can fetch me more. I'm a makeup artist, I'm a cosmetologist, I'm a jeweler. Right presently, I'm working as a customer care agent. I'm also into real estate. I do anything that, that can put food on the table. So I'll be very happy if I'm being supported today. Thank you.
All right.
Praise the Lord. I'm Ruth Abraham. I'm a janitor in a bank. I'm not ashamed of it. I clean and I clean very well. I'm proud of my handwork. Where I clean, I also supply Zobo, Kunu. I'll make my Kunu the way I package it. The way I package my Zobo. They know me, Mommy Dorcas. That is the name women in Lasso knows me. I stay at around Ojo, but I work in Lasso. So I supply those people selling in the shop. I supply my kunu. I supply because it's very neat. When you see students, they are after it. When you say, where that Zobo? If they did not see that Zobo, any other Zobo in Lasso is counterfeit. Yes, so, and I'm also into fish. I will go and take cut of panla fish in the cold room. And you can see. Somebody request for it just a few days ago that she wants to do way big to Canada to her daughter to sell. So please, I need money so that I will make it.
Time up. Put your hands together for her. Come. I don't envy all of you judges. I don't know how you're going to judge this.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Oluchi Egzuru. I'm a fashion designer, and I've been into this for a while now. Initially, when I wanted to start it, a lot of people discouraged me. That was even before I got married. They were like, why would you resign and go into this, you that you like money and all that? I said, don't worry. We don't know what the future holds. Lo and behold, not too long, I lost my husband. But still, I've been working. Thank God that I have a handwork. There's benefit in handwork. Very, very important. Because they left me with 3 kids. Let's see how she will survive. God's so good for the past 5 years. I've been surviving. The job is very, very, very good. Very good if you know what you are doing. We all know the country we are today now. That if you're not strong enough in an organization, they can sack you any day, anytime. I've trained a lot of graduates. I've trained a lot of people that they have the money, but they don't know what to do with their money. They were like, this business will close, this one will close. Fashion is still going. and fashion will keep going. Women would like to look good. Every occasion they will call. I want to wear this, I want to wear that. And fashion is very, very encouraging. Even my 3 children, my last child is 8. He can sew. My daughter can sew. My 2 boys can sew. The other day somebody came and like, this is your small boy, leave him. The nose mask they use in school. I told them I'm not buying. If you need nose mask, make it for yourself. And their teacher was like, can you bring for me? Can you bring for me? So it's very, very good. I encourage other women to go into it. I knew a lot of women that came to beg me as a widow during the lockdown. They were like, are you not in this country? I'm in this country. But thank God I have a handwork. No matter how bad it is, if there's no money today, there'll be money tomorrow. Thank you.
Put your heads together for her.
Praise the Lord. My name is Mrs. Helen Sule. I'm a caterer. I cook. I work in Tantalizer, one in Abulado. If this empowerment can empower me, I bake. I do bake cake, snacks. I would love this empowerment to empower me so that I can be useful to myself. I don't want to work in a company. I want to start my own. Though I have a little that I used to do. People used to call me to come and cook in occasion like wedding, birthday parties. I do go there. I cook in an event like this. So I will love if this organization can empower me the more so that I can go far to take care of my 4 kids. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening. Is it afternoon or evening? Okay, my name is Glad. My name is Glad Ezine, and I'm a fabric vendor. I sell Ankara fabrics, big, small, and medium. My Facebook name is Glad Ezine. You can go there. I take good photos of Ankara fabrics. I sell senator checkers, damask for men. Like what I'm wearing right now, this is what I sell. I sell good quality fabrics that do not wash or fade. I also help women that do not have money to, let's say you don't have money to start up the business. You can take pictures from me and put on your wall. My pictures are drop shipping. My pictures are very fascinating and catchy. You can't see my fabrics and not buy. You can check me out on Facebook, Glad Ezine. So you can join me if you want to sell fabrics. I'll help you.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Bukola Rufai Olorire. I'm a fashion designer. I grew up in the north, so when we came to Lagos, it wasn't too easy for us. So I have to sell some of my machine. I have 7 machine, sewing machine. So I have to sell off my machine for my husband to pay his house rent. Things were not too easy for us at all. I thought coming to Lagos would be a wonderful thing, but coming to Lagos turned out to be a sort of thing for me. But I thank God I'm alive today. So suddenly, my husband go into clearing and forwarding. That was when we started making it. So my husband said I should not worry, that he's going to take care of those things. So after then, I don't know what happened again. My husband is an Ijebu man. I'm from your state. You can see to be an Ijebu is not easy. So when things started going ups and down again, we go into barbecue business. My husband worked with Alausa, Ministry of Agri. So he was about...
But someone has to take it. You? Timekeeper. Okay, everybody line up. I'll be pointing.
Of business, she understands that. Do you understand? So
do you see how to judge a business presentation? Do you people see it?
So we'll register 5 business names for you, for 5 people that you would give us their details. I don't want to know how you arrive at the 5. Just give me their details. Send us the proposed names. Then we'll tell you what you need, and we'll have those companies registered for you.
Okay, so who does not have a registered business here? Amongst these ones, please stand in line. We will need to take 5 out of these people. Help me make. I'm leaving the problem on you people's head. No. Okay. So we're going to automatically take the first 3 people. The first 4 people. The first 4 people. Those first 4, we have only 5. Don't say take everything. You people are confusing me. The first 4 people that are in our finals are 4 people that will be registered, plus 1 more person. Should we do her? Yes, so you join them. God bless all of you. God sees you as an empowered woman. You know I don't have any quarrel with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th person? 1, 2. Okay, 5. Huh? Please, can you please, 5 of you be walking out and wait for me? Thank you so much to all of you. You can go and take your seat. Put your hands together for everybody. Can you meet me behind the camera, because we can't continue doing this? If you see how many opinions I have about this, you will write notes. Everybody bring out your note. Let me talk about what I observed in what just happened here. Are you ready? All right, thank you so much. DJ, our women need to dance a little bit before the prayer and the end. What is a waste? Nothing is a waste here. Okay. Can we sit behind camera so that I will do my job and finish? Thank you. God bless you. DJ, do you have any music for our women? You will dance a little bit. Interact with someone you don't know. Meet someone you don't know. Greet someone you don't know. And we will quickly come back. The president will give Is that what they will dance? Increase it if that's what they will dance. Okay, everybody, we have a final raffle draw and then we end. For only WiCare members, there's a raffle draw we have right now. Immediately after we finish the raffle draw, please don't go. We have a raffle draw. After the raffle draw, we'll take pictures outside and that will be the end of it. Please, where's the raffle draw? Who's in charge?
Hi, everyone. Hi, listen up. One house, one house, one house. So in-house,
and then our cake is still there.
In-house, we did a business plan, and we got a lot of responses. And this is sponsored by Big Mama Spices. They were here in 2019, and they are here again. Unfortunately, they are stuck in traffic. But I'm going to pick. And if I pick and call your name, you come up to the stage. Den 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 den. Please, who is Promise Okone? The next name on the list is Star Nkume. And the last name on the list is Adeze Anabaronye. So on behalf of Big Mama Spices, you're all going to be receiving a 50,000 naira Let me land. You're all going to be receiving a 50,000 naira grant for your business. And this 50,000 naira, you're expected to multiply it. By this time next year, you will return it to us and we'll give it to another. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Can you give them a round of applause? So please, let's proceed outside. Okay, can we just rise on our feet? I'd just like to thank everyone for being here, for sticking to the end. I mean, the crowd is amazing and wonderful. I hope you gained something today. Did you have an exciting time? It's very exciting. So we'll just quickly cut our cake and then we'll say our closing prayers and then we're gone. Okay? Can we have the cake? Let me give it.
The president, I think the planning committee. The president and the planning committee, let's quickly go around the cake and cut it. And we'll quickly be on our way. Thank you so much. You guys were a good sport. I enjoyed my time with you. I hope next time I will come back and have fun with you guys. God bless you. To everyone who came from outside Lagos, safe journey. Remember, next time come with someone. There's still party tomorrow, Abby. See their eyes. Quickly, anybody that is available, at the count of 3 we shout YOWEEF and then we cut the cake. 1, 2, 3, shout YOWEEF with me. YOWEEF! Where is planning committee? All right, at the count of 3, we shout YOWEEF again. 1, 2, 3, YOWEEF! All right. Let's pray. Thank you, Jesus, for a wonderful time together. You are the great empowerment God. There is no empowerment that is beyond the one that you can give a man. We pray that today will not just be a day we'll come and we will forget. everything that we have learned today, we ask, oh God, you give us the grace to put it into action. We ask if anybody still has question on what to do, that you give us clarity. Bless the president, bless the planning committee, bless everyone here. Be there for everyone, oh God. And may your name always be praised. In Jesus' name. God bless you. See you next time. Pictures outside.